yeah, look who's back in town. All the fellas back together again. Good morning, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3. The Fan. Made it home safely. A little bit tired, a little bit worse for wear, but feeling very soothed and very full of zest and life this morning. Good morning, everyone. Great to be here with you. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's the executive producer of Ben and Woods. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Man, I'm doing great. And we'll talk about how our feelings here in a moment. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. The chairman is back in town. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm surprised, though, because I would not have described either of you as zesty when you walked in the building this morning.
I'm full of vim and vigor. So much vim. Vim. That's vigor.
You guys had a long day yesterday.
Yeah, it was. It was long. It was long and fulfilling and all of it. But it was tough. I'd like to thank obviously the Padres for having us out, right? I want to thank all of the coaches for being incredible. I want to thank all of the campers for being incredible. And I want to thank Howard Stern, Ben Affleck, and Matt Damon for getting us home last night. Those two fellas have a new movie coming out called The Rip, and it's on Netflix. It starts tomorrow, and it looks awesome.
Very excited.
Cop movie. They're like a drug task force unit, and it looks amazing.
Set in Boston?
Set in Miami.
Miami?
Yeah, true story, by the way. And they took on these roles, and so they were on the Stern Show. We got to the car yesterday and drove home, and we put it on, listened to the whole show, listened to another show, and really had a great time. You looked up, and you're 45 minutes from Paulie's house.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, thank God. Time flew by. The sun was setting in the desert. Beautiful. I mean, the scenery was beautiful. Paulie and I looking at a train going by into the sunset, and both of us going, where's that train going and what's on it? Like, we were both so fascinated by.
There's so many like carts or
Yes.
whatever. I'm like,
what's in it?
What is in all of those?
Is it are there cars in there? What is it? Textiles? I have no idea.
This train ran for like miles. It felt like.
Yes.
And I go, where is it going? And like when it gets there, is there just going to be 3 miles of train carts behind it?
Where's the stop?
Is it Long Beach, I assume?
Maybe
San Diego?
Right?
You guys weren't smoking while you were driving, were you? This sounds like a really high conversation.
I was not. I could not. Paul,
I might have.
I was offered marijuana several times at fantasy camp. I declined politely each and every time, as I always do, Ben. It doesn't jive with me, as you know, which is unfortunate because, you know, if you do like marijuana, there's so many options for you to walk into a store now. If you had told 16-year-old me, one day you're going to be able to walk into a store, walk out with a pound if you want to, I would have been like, what? It just doesn't jive, man. And so Paulie and I were looking at the train going, what's in it? Where's it going? What's it look like when it gets there? You know, like what? All right, I'm here. And the guys start unloading these carts full of what? Apples?
Containers.
Like, what's in there?
I think the answer is it could literally be anything.
You know, is it sweatshirts?
It could be.
Is that fascinating to you?
Is
when
it
you
water
have nothing
bottles?
else?
I have no idea. And I don't know where it went. I don't know why Paulie, when he said Long Beach, I go, yeah, maybe. Because it's real.
It's a huge port.
There's a huge port, but isn't a port for boats?
Well, no, it's the train is taking the goods to the port
boats.
to then ship it somewhere, perhaps. You know, you just don't know. Or maybe they were completely empty and returning to get loaded up with stuff from the port,
sandwiches,
to take it back
and
the other direction. Could have been anything. You'll never guess.
We were just like couldn't stop looking at this train going by and into the sunset. So we were listening to Stern. It was a great conversation between those two guys. First time they'd ever been on together. Matt Damon has never talked to Stern ever on an interview, and it was riveting stuff. So it was so good. And yeah, man, we got home safe. My eyes were like crossing by the time I got home.
Oh yeah.
And I got home, walked in the door, silent. Both my kids were asleep, and my wife was asleep. So I showered, got kind of unpacked, I crawled into bed, man, and it took all of 10 minutes to fall asleep. I was so gassed.
You're bearing the lead, though. Did you win the championship or not?
Don't you think if I won the
That's a good
championship,
point.
I would have opened the show
That's a
with the
good
fact
point.
that we won the
Yeah.
championship? We won every frigging game at fantasy camp. We get out to play in the finals, and we laid an egg, man. We had some. I'm not even going to complain about the umpires because they're nice guys, but
They weren't great that day.
They were not. They were not. I mean, my guy is pumping strikes. They're like, ball. It was like Frank Drebin behind the plate. He's throwing it right down the middle. Like, ball. I'm at short going, hey, don't freak out. It's just fantasy camp. We had one of our guys get called for obstruction. He almost got thrown out of the game. Like, they almost tossed him from the game.
Did they foil an assassination attempt at least?
Yeah, exactly. Enrico Palazzo.
I had our best hitter got hosed with runners on in a very critical moment
Yeah.
that ended up really mattering because we ended up rallying and losing by 1 run.
Yeah.
He got hosed the inning before that. He's a pastor, and I don't think he was very happy with that man who was behind the plate. He was like walking off. The guys were in the crowd yelling, "Take him to church with you! Like, it's okay, it's gonna be fine." But like, they weren't good.
It was like what Terry Kennedy said to us yesterday. You know, sometimes the umpires want to be the stars of the show, and yesterday was no different. And my guys played so well. Our guys were so good. We had such a good camp, but no, we lost 9-4. We didn't score till the last inning. They threw a buzzsaw at us. Peter Malloy's his name, lefty, about 6'4", threw hard. I hit a barrel off him to short, got it out, had a single and scored in my last at bat in camp. So I ended on a good note, and it was awesome. It was awesome. I'm just so happy. I had such a positive experience, and then after this was pretty cool. We walked into the coaches' room after, and all the coaches were in there. We were split, so we wanted to say our goodbyes. Every one of them got up, gave us a hug, told us we had such a great camp, and they're just the best guys. They're the best dudes. I was telling my dad on the drive home too. They make the camp for you, and they care so much. I was watching Jake Peavy manage that Paulie's game. This was everything to him. He's biting his nails, running up and down the sidelines. This was not just like, all right, let's get this wrapped up. It was really cool. I will say, and I texted this to him last night, and you guys know me well enough to know that I'm sincere. If I had to lose the championship, you know what I'm so happy about is that Major Garrett got to win it.
First season.
Major
Rookie
Garrett got to win it
on a ring, and he gets to come to the ring ceremony now.
I'm so
at
happy.
Petco Park this season.
Yeah.
I'll be so sad to miss it and not be a part of it, like be on the field getting my ring as well. But I'm so happy that it was for him because I'm going to tell you, he played first base in the championship game. The nerves were like you could see the nerves. Like they would throw him a ball and it was not caught with confidence. It was like, don't mess this up, man. And he would catch it and then like, oh, you'd see the sigh of relief. And you want to talk about what kind of man Major Garrett is? Paulie pointed this out to me. He got video of the last out. The last out is recorded. The team runs to the mound to
It
celebrate.
was a
Strikeout. Not Major Garrett. You know what he did? He walked over to the umpire and shook his hand.
and then ran
in to be with his team.
Thanked him for all the bad calls.
Yeah, thanks for all the bad calls. Here, I'll Venmo you your money later.
It literally like brought a tear to my eye.
It was awesome.
like because I was like, oh, I'll catch. I mean, I know everybody else is going to capture this moment as well, but
Yeah.
here I am. And yeah, strikeout. Pitcher throws his glove up. Everybody's jumping around on the mound, and I look over to first base. I pan over, and Major Garrett is walking over to the infield umpire, shaking his hand, and then running in with his fists up in the air,
It was
celebrating.
so cool for him. And so I texted him last night. I said, man, if I had to lose, I'm glad it was to you. I'm not glad it was to Mud and Loretta because they're not going to let me.
God,
They're not going to let me forget
the
it.
dynasty is real.
They are a
Mud and
dynasty.
Loretta
Yeah.
are the managers now who have won multiple championships.
Was it like 3 and 6
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
so fun, you guys. It was so fun. I hope to see you guys get on the list. I mean, they're going to be sending out info here pretty soon about how to get on the waiting list. Some guy wrote me, he goes, I've been on the waiting list for 2 years, so it's a big deal. I don't know that they can fit. I don't know if they can fit another camper in there. Feels like there's room, but it was spectacular. So we had a good drive home. Just kind of quiet, just listening, and
We got on the road at what 4:45, 5
Yeah.
o'clock
got home.
Arizona time.
I got home right about 9 because we
Yeah.
pick up an hour. And like I said, showered, jumped into bed, best sleep ever. Wife cuddled up next to me in her burlap robe this morning. It was tough to get out of bed. I could have slept cuddling that burlap all morning long. But Benny, how was your day yesterday?
Day yesterday was fine. Got back to Channel 10. It had been a few days since they had seen me at the office, so kind of returned and had some things to catch up on. Did a reflection on where the Padres stand 1 month away from spring training. We do have the official report / first workout dates. In fact, the first full squad workout is exactly 1 month from today.
Wow.
January 15th. It'll be February 15th for the first full squad workout. Pitchers and catchers report on February 10th with the first pitchers and catchers workout on February 11th. So we are now in the final 4 weeks before the start of spring training for the San Diego Padres. So went down to Petco Park, shot some stand-ups. I actually was trying my they want us to try to do more of the YouTube style stories that you see now, TikTok and YouTube style stories.
Oh, you should crush that.
It was a challenge for me.
Yeah.
So you do like the whole story on camera from like different angles, and you make those jump cuts where it's you and then far away and then closer, and it just keeps moving. Sam Levitt knows how to do these things much better than I do, but I thought it went fairly well.
Good. You learn all that, and then we can put you to work.
Yes,
Exactly.
then you can do it for our show.
I know. It's definitely going to be a process, but that was my kind of most of my day yesterday.
Ask Jake Garignani. He knows how to do these. He's really good at that as well.
I would imagine as well.
He's good. So he got to win a championship
That's
as
right.
well. He was hobbling on one leg by the end of it. I think he pulled his quad. I'm literally couldn't walk.
Our friend Arden made
probably
the play of the week.
Big league play.
Unbelievable. He's playing shortstop. Ball's in foul territory behind third base, shallow left field. He ran
Full extension.
the whole way, laid out,
Backhand
made the
dive.
catch, tumbled, held onto the ball, got the out. It was
outstanding.
awesome.
An outstanding play. So Major said, my biggest contribution was bringing Arden. I started laughing, but dude, it was so fun. It was weird waking up this morning, not getting up and getting ready and going to play baseball. I can see why it messes with so many guys who did this for a living and don't get to do it anymore, because it's really, really hard. We only did it for a week. It's really hard to know that, like, oh, I'm not going to a baseball field to go play the greatest game of all time today. It's not easy. It's really not. And, but I already can't wait for next year. They just find a way to make it better every single year. And
I can only imagine, though, the giant sigh of relief this morning from the clubbies and the trainers.
you have no idea.
And everybody at the Peoria Sports Complex who was going,
Thank God.
oh, we made it through another one of these. All right.
Yeah, because, listen, we all filed out, but there's more people filing in. With every passing week, there's more people filing in. But I'm going to tell you guys something. They don't require as much care and need and attention as the fantasy campers do. Not by a long stretch. I think the trainers, when those guys are in town, spend the majority of their day like, hey, let's make sure we have everything ordered. Let's organize this drawer, this cabinet. They're not constantly working from sun up to sundown on some, overweight 65-year-old man's arm or his back or his knees. Those are young professional athletes that are also it's frowned upon when they're in the trainer's room. So it's a double. They don't need it. They also can't get it because if a big leaguer sees them in there, they will get in trouble. Luis Camposano was at the facility yesterday.
Oh, he was.
He was. And our buddy, James Greaves, Paulie's locker mate, was in the cages getting ready for his game. He was in the championship too. And he's hitting in the cages, and Campy is waiting. And Campy goes, hey, can I get in there? And James goes, yeah, in a second. We've got a championship to win. He was obviously kidding. He said Camposano died. He died laughing. It was like, like falling down. And he said, he goes, so then he started grilling James. He's like, so wait, you guys you play like real games? And he's like, yeah, man, it's like, we got uniforms and everything. It's really great. He said Campy was in tears. Like when he gave him the, yeah, in a minute, we got a championship game today. So it is just incredible. I loved it. I loved every second.
I do have an announcement to make. The chairman hopefully is going away tomorrow.
Ooh.
I have a haircut scheduled.
Ooh.
So
all
I'm
right.
gonna-
Well, but how are you going to?
I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out the conversation with my barber that's going to take place.
Are you going to come in with a brand new
look,
style.
I don't.
hair?
It's possible.
The fade.
I'll have a weekend to let
Broccoli
it
head?
grow in a little bit, but
Ooh,
yeah.
a broccoli would look good on him. A fade, maybe. Like you're just telling me, like you got to get these wings down, right on the side.
Right, but I don't want to get. You can't get it too short because I have an oddly shaped head, and you don't want to accentuate that either.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a bit of a conversation. Then I'm gonna sit in the chair, and this is after the show tomorrow, and see if we can correct the look that has
The Chairman Mao Zedong look that K-Laws has so brilliantly pointed out to everyone. So somebody says the skin fade. That's really tight. Skin fade is
can't go that tight.
You can.
I don't think in an attractive, appealing way. I need some hair to cover the head, but it can't be too much or I turn into the chairman.
That's a tough.
It's a fine line. We're walking a tightrope here now.
It's a real tightrope.
We're walking the tightrope.
All right. I don't know. Maybe, let's look at maybe some. There's got to be some AI thing now that you can plug Ben's head into and say, what is the best haircut for me? There has to be.
Right.
I think that's what we should do is maybe look at some different looks, work on, just a simulator.
Did you ever go to one of the, stylist salon and they would have the magazines with the different styles and like, hey, give me
my favorite.
Give
My
me
favorite.
this one.
The lady's looking like.
I never did that. I said, no, give me this one.
Woodsy, I don't think that's going to work for you, buddy. I don't think that's going to work. The one picture that I took in 6th grade, Larry Mullen Jr. is the drummer for U2. And he had this cool, basically it looked like a flat top, but it looked really good on him. And he was in Time magazine. And I remember being in the school library and I looked around and I gave it the old, as I ripped the page out, folded it, put it in my pocket, took it to the guy that cut my hair and was like, I want to look like Larry Mullen Jr. And he gave me this flat top. It didn't look good. It looked good on him because he had the right shaped head for it. My wife pointed this out about me years ago that I look like a thumb. And I get it. I do look like a thumb. I have an egg head. A flat top does not look good on me. Yes, see? Put your thumb up. There it is. I know. I understand. Thumb head. So that's the only time I think I've ever taken a picture in to show them. So I don't know what we do, but the Chairman Mao has to go.
But we're also trusting that the person that is cutting our hair has any idea how to do that as well. You don't think they learn every single style? There's no way that they can learn every single style.
The problem for you is that if I went in or Paulie went in and we got a bad haircut and it just didn't look good, we throw a hat on. We don't care. We don't have to be like, okay, and tonight in the Epstein files, we don't have to go on TV.
True. There's more pressure.
There's more
the stakes
pressure.
are higher
The
when I
stakes
get a
are
hair.
way
When I
higher.
get a haircut than most people.
The stakes are way higher, dude. Way higher.
Yeah.
So I sympathize with you. I'm with you. If you want me to go with you, I will. But you have to get rid of Chairman Mao. You just have to do it.
It's time.
But it's weird because it might be the only haircut that fits his head.
I am planning to show him the AI images of me as Chairman Mao to kind of accentuate what we're not trying
avoid
to.
this.
This is what we're trying to avoid.
So instead of telling him what you want, you tell him what you don't want. That's brilliant. That is brilliant.
Everything else, the rest of the world of haircuts is open to you. This is the one we don't want.
Have you ever had like the swoop? Like the grow your top out and swoop, like part it almost?
Flock of seagulls?
No, not that much, but like just kind of like parted to the side, like Arden's hair. You saw Arden, how he just kind of combed it over here.
When I was a kid, I had I always had the hard part.
Hard part.
Right, yeah, I just did a hard. It was very, very plastered down with the hard part, always one side.
Paulie, what would he look like with like a Peaky Blinders cut? Just real shaved and then kind of longer on top.
I don't know that that's his look either.
All right. Well, we need to do some research. We will do that throughout the course of the show, but we got a fun show planned for you today. I think. I don't know. I'm half in the bag here.
I do know we've got Mikey Varas, the head coach of SDFC.
A little more news that came out yesterday about there's Chairman Ben. There's a little more news yesterday that came out about Chucky Lozano, which really throws kind of a monkey wrench into the whole thing. I don't know if you guys saw this or not.
We will, less than an hour, in fact, from now, we will be talking with Mikey Varas as they close in on season number 2, already a week into training, and their first preseason games are just over a week away. So Mikey Varas, a busy man, but he's going to spend some minutes with us at about 7:20 this morning. So stay tuned for that. We'll set the menu for the rest of the program. Coming up, we're all back in studio. It does feel good to be back in our homes.
Sure does.
In our comfortable chairs all together again with Ben Woods and Paul on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Let's get our first check of traffic this morning with Kelly Danick.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. Okay, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you.
Romy in the chat with the very salient question. Did we ever find Ben's missing sock or razor?
So I got home last night and unloaded most of my stuff. Unzipped the suitcase, grabbed my DOP kit out, and I opened it up and I started to rifle through it. And I pulled everything out this morning and there's no razor in there. Again, the sock is embarrassing that you would even ask. The razor, I kind of understand. You lose a sock, you lose a sock. I would not be chasing behind looking for a lost sock. It's just a sock. But a razor, I get it, the handle of the razor. So did you shave this morning? Did you have to use your... So he's really using his taint trimmer to shave his face every day. So you were waiting for me to get back to look, to double check, to see if I found it before you went and bought a new razor.
I didn't have time to go to the store or Costco where I get my razors. So I still am waiting. And now I guess I will have to make a special trip.
You know, Amazon
handle.
exists as well. Deliver it right to
I
your
don't even
home.
know what I'm supposed to order. I have to see it. Like I have to say, oh, that's the one. Like I go and
The
see it. I don't know
handle?
what it's called.
Like a
I just
Gillette Mach 3.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what I use. I'm not even positive what brand I use.
How many blades are on your razors? Are you a 5 guy?
I just don't know. I get the one at Costco with the gray handle.
Okay.
I think it's either Harry's.
I think it's Harry's. I have a Harry's.
Is it a Harry's?
No, it's strange because my Harry's
but I don't know
was
like
in the bag.
I don't know which model it is, and I want to make sure I get the right model that matches all the razors that I have. Otherwise, then I have to throw those away. Those are expensive. If they don't match the handle that I get and they won't fit on it, then I
Now-
have a bunch of razors that I can't use anymore.
Have you texted Arden and Major to see if maybe they grabbed it?
I did.
You did.
Well, I asked them to check.
Stop embarrassing us.
But doesn't seem like it's just gone. It's just gone.
Major's line about the sock on the doorknob yesterday almost
Quick,
floored me. I mean, I laughed so hard. What a talent that man is. What a talent. I'm sorry that you lost your razor. There's so many places you can go. CVS has them. You can go to Walmart's right here. Target's got them. They have your brand. Target's got Harry's. I guarantee you it's Harry's. It's got, you clip it in, the gray, kind of nice silvery handle. Yeah.
But are they all the same or are they different?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I just get any Harry's handle, I should be fine.
I'd say you're probably okay. I think the
All
the insert is all the same.
Okay. That's
So-
that's what I'm worried about. Like I'll get it back and I'll go,
It doesn't.
this doesn't fit in any
It doesn't fit.
fit in any of my razor blades.
Paulie, Ben, if you want to run over to Walmart right now and grab one,
just
we'll wait.
so I won't stress
Yeah.
about it the rest of the show.
We'll wait. Want to have one
You-
delivered?
Why don't you call in on your phone as you're walking in, and we'll just kind of guide you
Guide
through
you
the store.
through and make you say stuff out loud, like do some of your famous drops in there. Yeah, Harry's
Dang
razors.
it.
They got.
I'm not going to be 90s radio monkey boy for you. I'm sorry.
Aren't you? It is weird that you are like our stunt boy, which is the weirdest thing. Like, hey, let's put him in some goalie gear. He's the host of the show, and he's out there in goalie gear at a Seals game. He's taking live ABs at fantasy game. You've turned into the stunt boy.
I don't want to be the
You
stunt boy.
You let me make you. You
I
did
know.
you ate pasta through a gimp mask.
You're
Like
very persuasive.
you are the stunt boy.
kind of
Ben.
annoying. I'm the host. My
You're
name
the
comes
host.
first.
You're,
on the
you're
show.
first on the marquee.
I'm the only person who has a radio show whose name comes first, who is also
The stunt boy.
like the seventh wheel stunt boy, monkey boy on the show.
It just occurred to me. I turned you into the stunt boy. You had this illustrious broadcasting career. And the next thing you know, you have a gimp mask on, and I'm throwing meat at you on a spinning wheel, at least in my fantasy.
Like
I
Mike
am.
and Mike. Mike was not the stunt boy of
No.
the show.
Oh,
Either of them.
Mike was.
Mike was. We dressed you up as an elf. I mean, there's nothing. You had to eat the gross elf meal. Like, and that just tells
Usually
you.
stunt boy's name doesn't appear anywhere in the name of the show.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He's like an add-on.
Yeah.
It barely mentioned, except for when it's time to shock his testicles or something. You know what I mean? So, but that just goes to show you and our audience just how awesome that you are. You're awesome. I mean, I'll do awesome. It's just not as funny when I do it. It's just not. Woods reading raps would not have been funny. Paul reading raps would not have been funny.
Nope.
Everything you say and do is brilliant and it's funny. So I appreciate that about you. The fact that, again, I'll say it one more time. If you missed the video of Ben taking an AB off me at fantasy camp, the fact that you were like, all right, I'll do it is just, I can't tell you how valuable. And our audience loved it. They loved it so, so much. And everyone was rooting for you. Now, I did get a ration of grief from John down the hall this morning. I walked in and goes, hey, saw your video. I remember when years ago you said there's no way you could get a hit off me. I go, yeah, dude, that was 15 years ago. I threw 15 miles an hour harder than I do now. Literally. Like, I don't throw hard anymore. And I said, I threw way harder. I go, I'd also thrown like 6 innings. I took no warm up. I said, I was happy for Ben that Ben got that knock. But he's like, oh, I could crush you. Everyone always wants to. Now, see, John and I would never work as a partner. He would be too competitive. And I would be mad at him for getting a hit. He would gloat about it. I was legitimately, genuinely happy for you.
It's funny because I would say that I do love to compete.
Yeah.
But I'm not overly competitive
At the stuff that you are good at.
Yeah, but I like games, but I just don't mind losing. You know, if it was a good game, I'm not going to be too bummed at the end that I lost.
Kind of how I felt about losing the championship game yesterday. I loved playing with those guys. My man Teddy Stringer texted me. He's driving back with his son right now. His son was taking pictures all week. Got some great pictures of us. And it's like, I had such a great week with those guys. I would have loved to win the last game, but it's not going to rip my soul out. You know, I've won enough. I've won plenty in life that I'm like, it is what it is. I don't want to get comfortable with losing, but it's also like, it's not going to eat my soul.
Right. Someone has to win. Someone has to lose in every game. SD Jonesy in our YouTube chat says, my parents watch him on the news and think he's so professional. And then I tell him about the Ben and Woods shenanigans. I almost feel like I'm a different person.
Jekyll and Hyde.
There's two different people. There's Ben from Ben and Woods, and there's Ben from Channel 10. And if I'm honest, there's like 3 different people. There's Ben from Ben and Woods. There's Ben, the sports guy at Channel 10. And then there's Ben, the news guy at Channel 10. And they're all kind of different professional people.
Major and Arden asked us this at dinner the other night. Arden said to me, are you your authentic self on the radio? Like, are you who you are on the radio? Are you playing a character? And I go, no. Unfortunately, what you hear now is what you get on the air. Like, there's really nothing off limits. Every topic's on the table. And they said, now what about Ben? And I go, Ben is more his authentic self now than he was 8 years ago. It's a testament to you opening up on this show, certainly, and doing all those things that we just talked about. And I would never categorize you as a stunt boy.
Well, I'm authentically uncomfortable still doing,
which makes it great.
Yeah,
it makes it great.
I'm not faking that. I'm really uncomfortable with all the things that you ask me to do.
Yeah,
but
don't forget your fourth personality, Ben Hoggins.
How disappointed would you be if you found out that your favorite program, whatever it was, that off the air, that he's nothing like he is on the air. On the air, he's just playing a character.
Happens all the time.
It's just an act, and you found out that that's not genuine. And we talked about it when the best advice that you gave me is be your true authentic self. Just amplify it like 10%. 10%. Just when you're on the air.
When you're on the mic.
Just amplify it just a little bit. Your little quirks, just make them a little bit bigger.
Not a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
And I'm talking everything. I'm talking your voice, the way you talk, the story you tell, everything plus 10%. It's the best advice I ever got on radio.
We're a little louder, a
little louder, a little more demonstrative.
A little more demonstrative. But that is just a function of what we're doing and trying to make sure that everyone hears us clearly. We get our point across, and it's just not lost in the noise of everything else. But this is us. Paulie is Paulie.
Yep.
I am me, and you are most definitely you.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think for my wife and kids sometimes, but no, it's what you see is what you get, or what you hear is what you get.
Here's what we've got coming up on the program today. We'll talk some Padres coming up in just a couple of seconds here. I saw a tweet from Gwen and Chris yesterday. It said, the Padres make a pair of acquisitions, and you are going to be happy. And you know what? I knew what they were already, and I knew they weren't new players.
Yeah.
But I thought, you're right. There's like everyone is going to just be happy about this news. Will it help them win games in the long run? I have no idea, but it was generally received by everyone as just a nice little bit of good news in the offseason yesterday. So we'll get to that coming up. Had an impressive SDSU win while you guys were driving home, watching the Aztecs take on Wyoming for the final time, making that trip to Laramie to the thin air of the 7,200 feet of elevation. And one of their better games of the season. We'll talk some SDSU basketball. As I mentioned, Mikey Varas going to join us early in our 7 o'clock hour as well. We'll talk SDFC, the Chucky Lozano news, the Anders Dreyer contract extension. They're getting a lot of things done here in the first week and a half of 2026. So we'll talk some SDFC. Pushback, don't do this later in the 7 o'clock hour. And then at 8:20, it's a Throwback Thursday. So we'll play a little real or fake, chance to qualify one of our tier ones for the trip to Las Vegas to see Sammy Hagar. Had I Can't Drive 55 came on my radio this morning, and I was like, I always liked that song, but now that I've actually met Sammy Hagar and talked to him, I go, I talked to that guy. That's so cool.
Isn't that weird? Everything sounds better after you've talked to a guy. You had a great interview with him, and he was so great and nice to us. You're like, God, I love Sammy Hagar so much more.
9 o'clock hour includes our biggest fan announcement and the Rhino Report, which we really haven't been doing while we've been out at fantasy camp.
I missed it back so much.
Which it's really just the Jelly Roll Report now and what's going on with Jelly Roll's life. But Paulie will have that for us.
Oh, we've got a story.
We do. Of course we do. As we head until 10 o'clock this morning.
To catch up on.
Let's get into the Padres news and notes after a check of traffic here with Kelly Danick, live from the Bill House Studios. Bill Plow Plumbing, we know how, on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Who's Bill Plow? No, it's different entirely.
Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. The roads are in pretty good shape for the most part. Just this one crash in the South Bay, southbound 5 before Palm Avenue. Several vehicles got into it. One's in the center divide, but looks like a couple vehicles went off the roadway, possibly into some bushes over the right shoulder. Emergency crews on scene assisting with that. That's southbound 5 before Palm Avenue. New year, new goals. Start with your car at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. A fast oil change and essential maintenance checks help keep you moving into the new year. Check it off your list. Visit SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, ready when you are. And Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Well, that's a good one right there. That's one we haven't ever heard
First
before.
flub of 2026 that goes on to the list.
Call 1-800-BILL-PLOW, Bill Plow, because we know how.
We know Plow.
Yeah, we know Plow. You are unbelievable. I heard it, and he goes, and I could see in his face. He's like, "Please don't acknowledge it." And Paulie,
he's like, "Please just hit traffic. Please go to traffic. Please go to traffic."
Paulie's the one that got it. I almost was gonna let it go.
I have the same thought every time.
Oh no,
maybe they didn't hear it.
That just goes to show you
always hear it.
What active listeners we are. Bill Plow.
Bill Plow humming.
Bill Plow humming. Just incredible. Hopefully Bill Howe got a nice giggle out of you.
It's a big new sponsorship. We have the entire studio is named after Bill Howe. This is not going to last very long if I can't say his name correctly.
So just again to clarify, it's Bill Howe. Bill Howe Plumbing.
Plumbing, not Bill Plow humming.
Just incredible, dude. Paulie, do you have it or?
I don't.
He will.
He will in a minute.
It's fine.
All right. It's got to populate.
All right. So yes, the double acquisitions by the San Diego Padres that aren't new players, but everyone seemed fairly pleased about the announcement. The reporting yesterday, I think Dennis Lynn may have had it first.
He did.
That the Padres have hired Tier 1 Bud Black as a new senior advisor for baseball operations. So joining AJ Preller's team in the front office and hiring Will Myers, El Gallo, the former All-Star, as a special instructor, a coach that's going to work in player development. I think that kind of means they can send him down to the minor leagues, work with players, have him out at spring training. But Will Myers back into the organization as well.
Okay, so we got the news at Fantasy Camp yesterday, and I actually broke the news to several of the coaches there that were like super happy. Chris Gomez was super happy. Mark Grant was super happy. Mark Loretto was super happy. Everybody loves Buddy Black and El Gallo. Everybody. Mud was like, "Oh man, I'm so excited. These dudes are back." Was sitting down with them, having some lunch, and And I said this to Mud, and I'll stand behind it. We never got a chance to talk to Will Myers when he played here, ever. Never interviewed him, never even really conversed with him. Missed him at spring training. And I said to Mud, and I stand by this, I go, man, I guess you can't judge a book by its cover or have your preconceived notions don't always work, because I, honest to God, thought, oh, when Will Myers leaves the game, he's not coming back to the game. He was one that I put in that bucket. Just in my own personal thought of like, oh, he's got a kid now. He loves golf. I mean, like, loves golf. He's back in the Carolinas or whatever. He's going to play golf 6-7 days a week, be a dad, be a husband, still do all those things and still be in the game. And I will say, I was really surprised with that to hear he's going to be like a special instructor. And I think that's really awesome. I think that's really, really cool. Buddy Black news, we were elated. Text with Buddy all the time, had him in for an hour, one of our favorite hours we've ever done on this show. I think the tier ones would agree. And I texted with Buddy yesterday. I was like, dude, let's go. So excited to have him back in the fold. And it's so weird because AJ fired him back in 2015.
That is true. AJ is one of his first acts, big acts as general manager, was the in-season firing of Buddy Black. I think it was just a game under 500, and things actually got worse from there after Buddy was gone. But things, it was not the way that AJ kind of envisioned it, made his big moves, did not make the change right away. Like before the season, they said, okay, we'll stick with Buddy Black. Yep. Wasn't working. And obviously there's been 5 managers since then. And now Buddy Black gets to return to the organization, which I think is a perfect fit for him living here in San Diego. And he's got so much to offer.
So much.
To the San Diego Padres, to the pitchers, to AJ, to Craig Stammen. Yeah. Oh, there's so many ways that I think he's going to be able to contribute. So that really was good news. Very exciting.
Yep.
Also gives us another tier 1 in the front office.
Yes.
Which I don't know if AJ realizes how many of them he's surrounded himself with now.
I love it. Buddy will be a great addition. And, he's one of those guys, man. And I wonder if he thinks about it too. Like if he lays in bed at night, he's like, wonder what I could do with a team that's, full of superstars and really, really good pitching and an elite bullpen. I wonder what I could do. I think you'd be, we let ourselves do it. Wonder how much money we would have made if we had done this in the 90s, right? Like you let yourself think that, but man, the fact that everybody was able to, get over anything that ever happened in the past and say, no, let's come together for San Diego and try to help the Padres be a little bit better, even if it's just, again, 1% better. If Will Myers can help the outfielders get 1% better, that's a good hire. If Buddy Black can help Craig Stammen be a 1% better manager, that's how you win. So was very excited about this move. Very happy for both of those guys. And now I look forward to maybe sitting down with Will Myers at some point. Now that he's back with the team, I think that'd be great.
I'd imagine we'll get a chance to maybe see him at spring training, and interesting to see what his assignments really are as a special assignment coach, whatever that means.
And it's so cool too, because I was talking to Loretta and I was talking to Hoffy. They're all going to be out at spring training. They come out and work with these guys, and I'm telling you, man, like those are some good ass ball players. One of them's in the Hall of Fame, and Trevor Hoffman. They come out. I like that. There's the old school people.
That's the one that scrapes mud off of your shoes.
Correct.
Right?
That's
right.
My personal valet, Trevor Hoffman. I think that it's just great when teams realize how important that is to have the guys that bleed and have bled for the franchise before and have seen it in its darkest days come back to help. I think Tim Flannery is one that, we talked about. A call was made by AJ Preller to get Flan back, and Flan being the guy he is, as he explained, he's like, I don't want to take away from any of the amazing coaches you guys have, but I'm happy to help. Once a week, if you let me come down there, I would love it. I love that. I think there's that can only help an organization. I don't subscribe to that too many cooks in the kitchen. The more experience you can have helping you, I think is a good thing, especially for a first-time manager.
Meanwhile, we haven't really seen any movement on the Padres adding, pitching. They lost out on one potential starter when Ranger Suarez signed yesterday. I know one that you were hoping the Padres could get in there. He got his contract with the Boston Red Sox.
5/130, is that right?
5/130, which is right about where everyone kind of expected it to land.
Oh, he's so good.
Ranger Suarez is not the guy who's going to light up the radar gun or necessarily impress the Stuff Plus with his movement, but he's just a good pitcher. He's
Really
got
good
good
pitcher.
command. He mixes it up well. He
Great
keeps
makeup.
hitters off balance, and he just is effective year in and year out. So
Dog. Straight up
the
dog.
Red Sox have a really good pitching staff now. Of course, they lost Alex Bregman, and you wonder if they're going to have the same sort of lineup they had last year. But they've got some pitching depth, which not a lot of teams have.
They got about 8 starting pitchers, don't they?
Yeah.
The last guy on
there
the
could be a trade coming where they can add to their lineup by trading some pitching depth, and we can kind of look into the possible options if the Padres are interested. I just don't know if they match up together in terms of some way the Padres can pick up more starting pitching there.
The last guy on the 8-man rotation that I saw was Kyle Harrison, who was the guy that they got back. One of the guys they got back for Devers. Jordan Hicks, I believe, is still in that part of that rotation.
Young Cutter Crawford.
Yeah, Cutter Crawford. They've got Brian Bayo. They
added Oviedo and Sonny Gray in the offseason.
I mean, they're looking pretty good. And probably need a little bit more offensive help as well. But we need offensive help and starting pitching. So, but a lot of teams do.
And we've talked about both of those needs the whole offseason. But I wanted to quickly bring up something AJ Cassavell wrote about that we haven't talked that much about. And that is the Padres absolutely need another catcher before the start of spring training.
So you got Fermin, Campusano, and Blake Hunt. Yep.
But Blake Hunt is not a major leaguer. He's never been a major leaguer. You can't.
Didn't he have a cup of coffee?
Maybe. I don't even know if he's actually made it up to the big leagues yet. And
maybe he hasn't.
You can't say that Luis Campusano's just dead set as your backup.
Right.
If he can't produce offensively at the big league level, we know they didn't have a lot of confidence in him catching, then there's no spot for him on the roster. You need a veteran, real backup catcher.
Yeah.
And the Padres have not made that move yet. Now, he pointed out guys who are available are very familiar to the San Diego Padres. The list of backup catchers who are currently on the market: Victor Caratini, Elias Diaz, Gary Sanchez.
3 for 3.
Christian Vasquez has never been a Padre, but remember, AJ has talked about him in the past and certainly is out there. Reese McGuire and Austin Barnes.
Reese McGuire? Pass. Remember him?
What I do not remember.
Stroganoff.
Reese McGuire.
Look him up. You'll remember.
Oh,
yeah!
Reese
Now
McGuire.
it hits. Now it hits.
Well, someone's going to have to join the San Diego Padres at some point. I would agree with AJ Cassavell. You don't go into a year with Freddie Fermin, Luis Campusano, and Blake Hunt as your only options behind the plate.
Like, why a parking lot of all places? Why?
It's like a parking structure.
No, it's a parking lot.
It's a parking lot?
Yes. Parking structure. Maybe. Still.
I mean, I don't
you're in
know
your
that it makes it
car,
better,
number
yeah.
one, but like, why a park? I thought it was like a Target parking lot. Why? You don't have the.
If you're in your car, you have to be somewhere parked.
Correct. I think it was a parking lot. How does that? Why? What's the like?
Oh my god!
The mood. I get
Would
it.
a driveway be better? Where are you?
How about your bedroom or a bathroom
obviously.
or even a closet?
But you're in your
Anywhere
car.
but even a work bathroom with in a stall makes more sense.
Somewhere with a locked door.
Correct. With a little privacy.
Right. All right, let's take a time out. When we come back, hour number 2, Mikey Varas is going to join us. We'll talk some SDSU basketball, last night's win over Wyoming, and more with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Not sure if Aztecs fans realize it, but last night's win at Wyoming, and Wyoming was not that good. They could not make a shot. But it actually was the Aztecs' most helpful win of the season last night. Welcome back. Hour number 2 of Ben and Woods. We got Mikey Varas coming up in just over 15 minutes. All guests on Ben and Woods appear on the David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. So last night, Aztecs make the trip up to Laramie, 7,220 feet above sea level. And Brian Dutcher has been pretty upfront. I don't think he is intending it as a slight to the people of Wyoming, but he said, we're not ever going back. We're leaving the Mountain West.
How could you not? Why would that be a slight?
We will not be scheduling another trip to Laramie in the future.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense for us to go to that altitude and play a college basketball game if we don't have to. We do it because they're in our conference and they put the conference schedule out, but they're not optionally choosing to do so in the future. So last trip to Laramie, Sundance Wicks, who is the second-year head coach of the Wyoming Cowboys.
Great name.
It's a great name.
Sundance Wicks.
Seems like a pretty good guy. Before the game, he hands Brian Dutcher a little present, a little canister of oxygen.
So funny.
It says breathe easy because he doesn't have to come back to Wyoming anymore. Aztecs come out. It's kind of a close game for the first 10 minutes, and then San Diego State starts to pull away. Another solid shooting performance all around, 50% from the field for the Aztecs. And as I said, Wyoming couldn't make anything. They had some open shots. They just weren't hitting them during the game.
For once.
And for once. An opponent of San Diego State did not have their best shooting performance of the year. But why I say this was the most helpful win of the season, according to the metrics, even though Wyoming was like 185th in the Ken Palm, because, it's a tough road game and a tough place to play, the Aztecs were actually I think they were actually underdogs on the betting line, like 1.5 points, and only favored to win by 1 by Ken Palm. And by winning by 17 points, they outperformed their expectations. And this morning, the new net rankings came out. Aztecs went from 64 to 50.
Okay, it's a nice little jump.
That all of a sudden, in one fell swoop, has San Diego State at least back in the conversation for an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament. It's taken 6 straight wins, a 6-0 start in Mountain West play, but the Aztecs are starting to erase the damage they did with the loss to Troy and the lack of a signature quad 1 win in non-conference play. It's still going to hurt them because they don't have one yet. That was a quad 2 win last night, but their metrics are rising to the point where they are in the conversation again for the NCAA tournament. And I looked it up because they had this odd note in the Aztecs game notes. It said the only team that has beaten the Aztecs since Thanksgiving is the number 1 team in the country.
Yep.
They've won every other game since Thanksgiving, other than their loss to Arizona. So, as bad as it looked at times, Brian Dutcher has stabilized the team and has them now tied for first place, still with Utah State. Won last night in Nevada, big win. Utah State continues to roll. They're number 23 in the country. They're on a collision course, I think January 31st, Aztecs, Utah State coming up. But there's big games before that, including Saturday, New Mexico, 5-1 in the Mountain West, comes to Viejas Arena, so you can't overlook anybody. That's a big one. But the Aztecs are finally heading in the right direction and moving forward.
Only team in the Mountain West with 3 road wins,
correct,
with no road losses. So
right.
They've been really good on the road. That loss.
Now they haven't played any of the good teams on the road. Nevada, they beat Nevada on the road, which was a big win up in Reno. So that's not fair. They do have one big road win, but they're ahead of the game right now in the Mountain West. And if they can hold serve at home and get those wins against New Mexico and Utah State, they're in good shape to perhaps win the conference regular season title. And if they do that, I think there's a good chance they'll make the NCAA tournament, regardless of what happens in the 3 games of the Mountain West tournament in March.
Good.
So they're starting to dig themselves out of the hole that they created for themselves early in the season.
Who was your kind of game changer last night.
So,
as I said, me and Paulie were driving.
I thought Miles Bird is playing much more like Miles Bird. He didn't have huge numbers in the stat sheet, but just when he's on the court, looking good. He did injure his thumb, re-injured his right thumb late in the game. Looked very painful. He came out with a couple minutes to go, and you could see Sergio, the trainer, kind of working on it, and he was doing that manipulation of it. He already had a brace on it because he injured it early in the season. You could see he was in agony, when he was touching it and trying to move it around. Now, remember, Miles is left-handed, so he shoots. That's the opposite hand, but you still need, to pull down a rebound, to do ball handling. You need to have some functionality. So that was concerning. BJ Davis continues to play well coming off the bench. The Aztecs outscored Wyoming, I think it was 34-12 bench points. That is a consistent hallmark now of this Aztecs team. And Dutch did a good job. He really rotated in this was the game where he really used the bench extensively. I think he had played 10 or 11 guys in the first 4 minutes. It's like, we are going to go short stints.
Yeah.
Magoon played like a minute and a half. All right, you're out. You give him back in. They kept him from ever really getting tired and feeling the effects of the altitude. So thought it was a well-coached game by Brian Dutcher and his staff. Had some early rebounds from Magoon. He didn't have the big points, that he had in the previous game, 18, but he looked solid out there. And, they used everyone. Even Tay Simmons had a good game. Hadn't been playing much for the freshman. I think plus 22 on his plus minus when he was out on the court. So lots of contributions kind of up and down. Reese Dixon Waters looks like he's back to being Reese Dixon Waters. He had 13, shot the ball much better. He's been shooting a lot better the last few games for San Diego State. So, yeah, lots of good signs for the Aztecs last night at Wyoming.
Excellent. Well, I know that makes for a happier Ben when the Aztecs actually didn't have a game that drove you crazy as well. We've had a couple of those wins, but those wins you actually said these weren't
like
even
the Boise State win was an infuriating victory.
Not even enjoyable very much when they win, but we don't complain about dubs. And especially a dub like that jumps you 14 points. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be usually in the 40s range for that at-large consideration. They're at 50 now, so if they keep winning, they should continue to creep up in the net rankings and put themselves squarely in the conversation for another trip to the NCAA tournament.
Excellent news.
That's good. Elsewhere in college basketball, we're down to just, I think, 3 unbeaten teams left as Vanderbilt lost to Texas. Last night, they were one of 4 undefeateds, and you had 2 of them fall over the weekend. Iowa State and Michigan lost finally to Wisconsin over the weekend. So it's Arizona, Nebraska, and Miami of Ohio are the remaining unbeaten teams in college basketball after last night. So let's see. Anything else? Oh, yeah, good defense, 6 blocks, 6 steals, only 8 turnovers, so they protected the basketball well last night. One other injury for the Aztecs, Sean Newman Jr., he injured his ankle during the game, did not return. So maybe a minor concern for the backup point guard for San Diego State as well.
Good. Okay. Now, Mikey Varas is coming up at 7:15, Benjamin. That's just 7 minutes away. You nervous?
Talk to Mikey?
Yeah.
Not
Well,
really.
I mean, there's a lot of things. I just showed you guys. You guys hadn't seen what I had said earlier. The thing about Chucky Lozano. Now, again, I don't know how much it's how valid it is. It didn't come from
So you said you saw on social
I
media
did.
a report that Chucky doesn't want to leave SDFC.
Right. I mean, he's under contract.
Right.
Right. And I don't know how
The team announced, Tyler Heaps announced they're planning to either sell him or loan him somewhere else, and that they don't have plans for him to play for SDFC this season.
Yes.
I don't know how much choice he has in the matter, wants to stay or not. I mean,
Well,
none of us want to leave San Diego if we don't have to. I can understand the sentiment, but I'm not sure he has a lot of pull in deciding what his future looks like, at least short term.
that happens though, where like a player will have a no trade clause, right? And they're like, "Hey, we want to trade you," and he's like, "You can't." I mean, Tony Gwynn did it. He's like, "You're not trading me.
Right.
I'm not accepting the assignment." Now, this is different, but the report that I saw yesterday said, despite Cruz Azul's interest, Chucky Lozano has no plans to leave San Diego FC and wants to stay and fight for a spot. Gums up the works a little bit, right?
I mean,
You're under contract. You have a contract. He's got 3 years left on his deal at a good. He's going to make good money.
So what happened? I thought he was out.
yeah, that's,
I don't think that they can just
well, I mean,
cut him.
you can
They
always
have-
change your mind. He is under contract, but I don't know exactly how it works in soccer, but I know you can loan or sell your contracts to other teams.
Do you need the players'
permission
rubber
to do
stamp
so?
if you have a contract?
I can't totally tell you I know how it works, but it doesn't feel like, I mean, there's tons of players who get loaned out all the time. I don't think they have to give their approval for every single deal when they're sent somewhere else. I guess
Purple says, yes, you do. You have to.
So he can stay if he wants. He has to accept the loan.
The player can go on strike. Wow. Okay. So,
well, I mean, any player can refuse to report, I guess. Does he want to stay that badly? I mean, he had the incident in the locker room. They benched him. Didn't seem like it was going that well, but he wants to stay. I mean, that's a testament to Mikey, I guess.
I guess.
Trusts him, believes in him. We'll ask him some of those questions when he comes on the program. He will join us next with Ben and Woods talking some SDFC with Mikey Varas on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Going to make some plans for this weekend. Check out 7 Mile Casino, not only for the great card-playing action, California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em poker, Pai Gow, and Baccarat, but got the weekend brunch at Sammy's. It was voted the best in the South County. It's only available Saturdays and Sundays. Terrific, though. 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., great menu items, great atmosphere to brunch. Out on that patio, right now, gorgeous. It's 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can enjoy the San Diego Bay, the views out there in San Diego. It's really a great spot on the weekends.
Yeah, man. 7 Mile Casino is obviously very close to downtown, just 7 minutes away. We've clocked it. You can actually time it out. That's why they called it that. I love the proximity of the place, and I love California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, Baccarat. And you still need to learn those last two. But, man, great place to go, smoke-free environment, no slot machines either. So it's a very cool, and I would say, it's quiet for a card room because you don't have the slot machine sounds. So great place. You'll love it. Make it a priority in 26 to get out to 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Seems like only yesterday that we were at Snapdragon Stadium for the MLS Western Conference Finals. Actually, it almost was yesterday. That's how short the MLS offseason is, and SDFC is already back for year number 2, training there at the Sharp Healthcare Performance Center at Singing Hills. And joining us right now on Benham Woods is the head coach of SDFC, and I wanted to congratulate Mikey Varas on his recent contract extension. Welcome him back to 97.3 The Fan. Good morning, Mikey.
Morning. Thanks for having me again.
It's our pleasure, man. So what did you do with your 30 minutes off in the off season?
Started preparing for this season. Listen, I'm lucky. I do what I love. So, listen, just being able to stay at home and do some work from home, even visit my family, that's a break enough. But you know, after a couple of weeks, we're itching to get back in the facility and on the grass.
I get it. I do understand it, because I would like that for, you know, we cover a lot of baseball in this show too, and Major League Baseball offseason, the free agent period, the trade deadline, it just kind of drags a little bit. But I mean, honestly, Mikey, this is the quickest turnaround I have ever heard of in professional sports. But soccer players are just different. They are, I guess, really physically fit and probably want to be out there and training all of the time.
Yeah, and on top of that, I would say, you know, we did get thrown a curveball, right? Because we were supposed to come back a week later, and we were supposed to play 3 weeks later than we are.
Right.
But I think that shows the mentality of this group when we called the leadership committee up and we said, hey, guys, you're going to have to cut your vacation short. Come back a week early. We're going to play 3 weeks earlier. It's going to be a big challenge, but are we up for it? You know, every single one of them was like, all right, let's change our flights. Let's get back.
Love it.
Obviously, the other big news this week, the contract extension announced for Anders Dreyer, and very exciting news for SDFC fans. We're kind of still learning, how it works, especially with these off-season transactions. But I read, that SDFC could have made a ton of money if they wanted to, selling Anders Dreyer, maybe back to a European team. And just thought, what does this mean, Mikey, the commitment that the ownership is showing to San Diego and to the team to make sure that Anders Dreyer is coming back for the long term?
Yeah, massive commitment to show that we're here to win. and how we win and who we win with matters, because Anders is a great character, top teammate, top professional, and then he obviously fits our style of play. And you can't take for granted how great of a fit he is from a style of play perspective. It's not easy to find guys who fit perfectly and are able to have big production. So from a coaching perspective, we're just so happy to have him on our team.
Now, talking to Mikey Varas here, you talk about style of play and the fit for the team. And when you guys got Anders Dreyer, did you know? I mean, of course, everyone will be like, "Oh yeah, we saw this in Anders Dreyer." Were you guys surprised with the level of play that he exhibited for SDFC this year?
You know, what we were clear on was his quality and his character. So we knew that, right? And then in the first trainings, he made that really apparent, even more clear, in person. And then like we talk about with the team, we knew that if he just trains well and he committed to everything we're doing here, that the potential for something special was available. And that was true for the team, and it was also true for Anders, and it went hand in hand, and he 100% committed.
Of course, also got the news that the team is planning to part ways in some fashion with Chucky Lozano. He remains, I guess, training on the side. How does that work? Because, Woods was saying like a report that Chucky doesn't necessarily want to leave. Like, how does this play out in terms of going forward with the relationship between Chucky Lozano and SDFC?
Well, as a club, and that's from ownership all the way down, we just decided it was best for Irving and best for the project that he's no longer part of our plans. And we would like to see him play in a World Cup. He has a World Cup on home soil, and there will be plenty of teams that will be willing to have him to help him get there. But ultimately, it will be up to Irving also. And what Irving does. Irving will not be part of our plans, though, and we made that very clear to him and to his representatives, and that won't change.
Yeah, asked and answered from Mikey Varas here on Ben and Woods this morning. Now, Ben brought this up the other day, and you guys set such a great tone in your first season. And, you got moved on in the playoffs. Ben and I were at that game. We apologize. I fully blame myself for being there in person for my first game. And when we lost to Vancouver, they were so good that night. And I know that one stung. Again, you're right back on the grind. How do you top what you've done in year one?
Yeah, that's a great question. And honestly, yeah, Vancouver was really good. Those 15 minutes, it put a real uphill battle for us on the rest of the night, where they came out flying and we weren't at our best, and we were very honest with ourselves about that. But then we get back in that game, you can see us building momentum, and then a goal right before half, literally 5 seconds before half.
Yep.
It made it even harder. But what I continue to say I feel so proud about the group is down 0-3, these guys pushed that second half. And we got the 1-3, and we could have got the 2-3. And even when we took the red card, these guys just didn't stop fighting. And there's something to build on there. But what I would say is I think everybody's going to ask, they're going to ask, can they do it again? Was this just a fairy tale, and will they, drop back down to an average level? And for us, that's the wrong question. The right question is, can we get better? And I'm not talking about results. I'm talking about what we do every single day from the moment we get out of our car to the moment we get back in our car. To give ourselves and the city the best chance of doing something special. Because you do that over and over again, and these type of rides will be available, but it's never a guarantee in life.
Mikey, how's your the goalkeeping situation look with CJ recovering from the injury he suffered, and Pablo back, and we saw even Duran Ferry thrown into the fire there in that playoff game in the last few minutes, and quit himself fairly well. What does it look like going into this season?
Yeah, we've told them all that it's a pure competition. So they've all shown good levels. They've all shown things that they definitely need to improve. And then it's up to them to push each other and push themselves for playing time. And it might be a situation where somebody's the starter for certain parts of the season, just like last season, and then somebody else comes in. And we think that competition is going to be really healthy because they're all great guys also. We're very fortunate in this locker room. We have players who are fiercely competitive and have that kind of brotherly love with each other as well.
You know, I'm going to try that with my little league team. I'm going to tell them they're all in competition for playing time at the premier positions. But I'll see how that goes. I'll see how that goes over with the parents. They're probably going to love that, Mikey. I'll say Mikey Varas told me that I should do that. I love it. I think it's great. I mean,
don't do that.
Competition.
Don't do that.
It breeds, it breeds confidence. Competition does, and I love that. I love that attitude.
At what point in coaching do you stop having to deal with the parents? You ever?
Yeah. When does
you
that?
Ever get, I mean, you got some very
you
young
got
players on your team. Do you ever get a call from mom and dad?
An email or something? A tersely worded letter?
Parents are very respectful at this time. These guys are all either young men or fully grown men, so they take care of themselves.
Okay, good.
Excellent. No, so as far as going into this season, I know, things happen, injuries happen, weird transactions happen, but how do you feel about your depth right now? If the season started,
especially with more games to play this year on the schedule.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we really like our squad right now because, we talk about new players who can come in, which is that's always the obvious one, but we're also excited just to see what a lot of these guys look like in year 2,
Yeah.
Luca Bombino should be a different Luca Bombino in year 2 than he was in year 1, just getting his feet underneath him. Same with like a guy like Manu or a guy like Pele, who was just with us the last couple months, or a guy like Marcus, who was hurt most of the season and now is healthy. So we really like our squad, but the reality is we will continue. As we move some guys off of the roster, we'll also continue to look for more competition depth as well.
And then logic would tell me that after an entire year together and most of these guys coming back, that you have to feel like you're so far ahead of where you were when you opened training last year. Has that, in your eyes, seemed to be the case on the pitch over these, just last week where you guys have been back on the field together? Have you noticed like, okay, we're starting at a much deeper place than we did in expansion year 1?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you can never do expansion ever again, right? As a group where the first day they're just meeting each other. This year, the style of plays in the DNA, the team chemistry is already there. Guys are more comfortable. The players are more ready to take ownership and kind of lift us the final meters, which we put as an objective because we believe that special teams are led by players, not by coaches. And at the end of the day, nobody can take away what these guys did last year, including the fans, right? Because we set roots for a club to be born, and we did it in such an amazing journey and a story. But we cannot mistake those roots for roots of 100-year-old redwood. They're still fresh. And so the only way for the work that was done last year to serve us is to continue doing the work now.
Man, I got to say, Mikey, thank you so much for your time this morning. Thank you for your candor, most of all. I think the coach speak is just not something that you do, and I appreciate that very, very much. And our audience does as well. So thank you for your time. Wish you guys the best of luck. We'll be watching. We'll be rooting for you. And just a really, really great appearance this morning.
And I believe I'll see you out at training today. I got a media session,
Nice.
so
Perfect.
I will see you a little bit later.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having
Mikey.
me. Always happy to do it.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Mikey.
it, man.
Head coach Mikey Varas from SDFC on our David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. I heard a perhaps a thematic touchstone for the second season that we've established roots, but they're not the roots of a redwood. We need to continue letting those
that, man.
roots grow.
I love it, dude. I mean, that's how you coach right there. That's it.
And he was not.
That was amazing.
He did not mince words about Chucky Lozano.
No.
Chucky Lozano is done
There is no
with SDFC.
There's no gray area.
He didn't leave any
Take that
wiggle
report.
room. He did not leave any wiggle room. Just said, well, I mean, if he does this and this, then we can see him out on the field for the game. No, he's done with SDFC. And we said Chucky Lozano does have a say in what happens, but it doesn't make him return to the pitch as a player for SDFC in the future.
You've been doing this 25 years. I've been doing this 8 years. Never heard it like that. Never. I've never heard it said so bluntly.
He's a man
Well,
of
as
conviction.
a club, and that's from ownership all the way down, we just decided it was best for Irving and best for the project that he's no longer part of our plans. And we would like to see him play in a World Cup. He has a World Cup on home soil. And there will be plenty of teams that will be willing to have him to help him get there. But ultimately, it will be up to Irving also. in what Irving does. Irving will not be part of our plans, though, and we made that very clear to him and to his representatives, and that won't change.
So he may have a say in where he goes,
Sure.
but it's not staying with SDFC.
It's so refreshing.
I was just
and,
say
and, like,
refreshing.
and
How
again,
nice was that?
when we just spent some time out there at fantasy camp with some big leaguers, and what did those big leaguers tell us? They said, I want somebody, we all want somebody to tell it like it is. And it's so hard to do, to say, you're not a fit. You're not going to be part of this club, or you're not going to play. Greg Vaughn talked about it. He said Boch had to call him and Ricky Henderson and said, you're not going to play every day. You're just not. And Greg was like, yeah, I had to wear it like a man. I had to step up and say, okay, I'm not used to this. But the fact that you were communicative with me, and I know this is a different situation. This guy is leaving the program. But, oh, my gosh, just that candor is
I
so
think,
refreshing.
I think sometimes not a good fit is a code for, like, this guy just isn't good anymore. And I don't think that's what they're saying about Chucky. I think they still think he's an excellent player and will be able to help someone else. But on this particular team, that his skill set and what they are looking for just doesn't jibe with what they want to do for SDFC.
Yeah, really, really, really well done by Mikey Varas, as usual.
All right, let's take a time out. We'll push back, don't do this, but we can get to some major breaking don't do this news involving a new and indictments for a point shaving scandal in college basketball and Chinese basketball as well. Get to that story and more coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, it is not too late. Still available, the extended New Year's sale for SDFatLoss.com. If you made a resolution to lose weight, but you're trying to figure out how to actually implement that, you're not really down any, maybe you're up weight even since the start of the year. Hey, we all fail in some of our resolutions, but it's not too late. You don't have to wait until next January. Take advantage and get more than 20% off the program at SDFatLoss.com and find out how you can lose up to a pound of fat per day and 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 60 days. Think of that. Before baseball season starts, you could be down 20, 30, even 40 pounds. I lost 40 pounds in 60 days. So it's absolutely possible. And you do it by eating real foods like chicken and steak and vegetables, no shakes, no bars, no prepackaged meals that you have to buy ever from SDFatLoss.com, and no injections either with those side effects. It's just real, sustainable weight loss. You don't have to exercise, although I must say that I was very excited to get to start exercising when I lost my weight, because you just feel so much better about yourself when it's all done. Again, sign up for a free consultation online at SDFatLoss.com. Let your coach, your counselor tell you exactly how the program's going to work for you at SDFatLoss.com. A new you in 2026. Results may vary.
Okay, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Our thanks again to Mikey Varas, head coach of SDFC, joining us in our last segment. Can't please everybody, though. The notorious Collector86 in our YouTube chat. Varas seems like the guy to hold grudges. Says Mikey, butthurt over a small argument.
How do you're not in there. You don't know what was.
We don't know.
What was said.
We have no idea how it played out.
I do know,
I get the sense that Mikey's the opposite, though, that he's more than willing to move on, to reflect, in his part in any argument. I don't think he's a tyrant or a dictator in any way. That's not the sense that I've got. Now, does he have a clear vision and direction of what he wants in his team and how he wants them to play? Yes.
Which I like. I like somebody with a vision, and going to stick to their guns and make no concessions. And if you're not a fit, then you gotta get off. If you're not a fit, if you're not wanting to be fully invested in what we're a part of here, then you're not a good fit. And it doesn't happen a lot.
I also believe because Chucky Lozano did return, played in the playoffs.
Yeah, it was nice to have him come in and as a closer.
I think that means he did everything that Mikey wanted him to do.
Sure.
I don't think Mikey would have played him if Chucky Lozano did not fulfill his part of the bargain, his responsibilities. I don't doubt that Mikey Varas would have said, "Fine, you're not playing," but he played last season.
Yeah,
so he did what he needed to do, and I think Mikey was ready to move on. But in the offseason, they have to make a decision about the direction of the team. And remember, if they do offload Chucky Lozano somewhere else, that opens the door to perhaps acquire another designated player that could be a star that comes in that maybe fits what they're trying to do a little bit better. It's a good opportunity perhaps for SDFC moving forward.
100%, man. And again, I respect somebody that has a vision and sticks to their plan. I really do. I think it's kind of a lost art these days. So kudos to him.
All right, big breaking news that involves some DDT. We'll get to Don't Do This right after a check of traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Got an overturn crash southbound 15 right at the southbound 5 connector. Got the right lane blocked. And looks like emergency crews are still on scene of this crash in the South Bay, southbound 5 before Palm Avenue. It's over to the right shoulder. Get reports of a possible brush or encampment fire northbound 15 near the Claremont Mesa Boulevard off-ramp. Some smoke visible from the right shoulder. I'm Kelly Danick with Benna Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Don't do this.
It's time for Don't Do This.
What were you thinking?
3 stories from the world of sports that make us all shake our heads.
Why? How many times do I have to tell you?
I'm sorry, I fudged up, guys.
You idiot. You moron. Dumbass.
The apple sometimes does fall from the tree.
Don't do this.
Do not tweet that.
With Ben and Woods
I like a Nickelback song or two.
on 97.3 The Fan.
Don't Do This, brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and enjoy it. All right, first DDT story is a big one, and it is breaking news this morning out of the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, where 20 men have been charged in a point-shaving scheme involving more than 39 college basketball players on more than 17 NCAA Division I teams that led to more than 29 games being fixed. This is in the 2023-2024 or 2024-2025 season. So the last 2 seasons of college basketball, they're alleging that almost 30 games were fixed by players. That's huge. Absolutely huge. You already had a couple of the players in the indictment. Sidquavius Hunter and Daquavian Short were sanctioned in November by the NCAA for fixing New Orleans Privateers games, I believe is their mascot. The biggest name involved, he isn't charged, but he was one of the players involved is Antonio Blakeney. This also extends to the Chinese Basketball League. That's where Blakeney had been playing, was a star at LSU, an All-American, played for the Chicago Bulls, but then went to China, and apparently they're fixing games in China as part of this indictment and gambling ring as well. So one of the bigger gambling scandals, and we've seen many more of them in recent years. This is definitely one of the biggest one that has hit the federal level, and charges being now filed against 20 people.
Any other details on when?
Have not seen like any specific games. It says the scheme was initially focused on fixing games in China.
Okay.
And then they started targeting some college basketball games, offering bribes to players ranging from $10,000 to $30,000 to compromise games for betting purposes.
Yeah, I saw this quote. In placing these wagers on games they had fixed, the defendants defrauded sports books as well as individual sports bettors. We're all unaware the defendants had corruptly manipulated the outcome of these games that should have been decided fairly based on genuine competition and the best efforts of the players. That's what the indictment said. Not going away.
We've seen a lot more charges. Does that mean
they're wise to it?
That there is a lot more people who are fixing games, or does that mean they're doing a better job of catching people, or a combination of the both? I don't know.
You do wonder if it's like, hey man, we can't possibly investigate all the leads we have. Like, it takes a while to probably get these indictments drawn up and all the proof that you need to file the indictment. You just wonder. I mean, look, it's not going to stop.
I've always, maintained the biggest danger is at lower levels, like college basketball or overseas, where players aren't getting paid nearly as much.
Sure.
So $10,000 to $30,000 is tempting.
But, Ben,
but we've seen, Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah,
I mean, we've seen
there's guys that make a lot of money that are like, yeah, I'll do it. But like some of the baseball ones, some of the guys that made good money in the NBA, and you're like, well, you didn't need to do that. Emmanuel Clase cost himself
Paul Pierce
millions and millions and millions of dollars for what? $6,500 on a Wednesday night? Like, I get that you look at it as probably really easy money, but very bad short-term or long-term decision.
We are addicted to watching sports in this country, and you don't think anything can change that. But if there comes a point where we don't believe the outcomes of games are legitimate, we will lose interest in watching sports.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the risk that you run. It's crazy, man. Well, this is like as low as you can get. I mean, you're already scraping the bottom of the barrel when you rob someone's home, right? That's just the lowest of the low. This is, how do you get even lower than low, Ben? Just weeks after Greg Biffle and his family were killed in a North Carolina plane crash, burglars broke into his home and stole $30,000 in cash. On January 8th, around 6 p.m., deputies were dispatched to their residence for a possible break-in. $30,000 in cash missing from the home. There are no suspects yet, but obviously the plane crash was the most horrific thing. It was absolutely horrible and so sad. And somebody seeing that and going, ooh, well, there's no one home. I'm going to go rob their home. It's just the lowest of the low. I hope they catch them, throw the book at them.
Awful.
Just brutal. It's just a brutal, don't do this story.
Agreed.
There's opportunistic, and then there's that.
Yeah.
It's just the worst. It's just
I thought there was some honor
and
among
thievery.
thieves
Yeah,
or
isn't there
something?
honor
Like,
amongst thieves?
Come on.
Yeah, we need a different name.
I mean, are they thinking? Well, I mean, there's no victims really. They're all gone.
They're gone.
So I mean, it's just all sitting there. Should I just go take it?
Just insane.
It seems just awful though.
Eric says the quote is, "There is no honor among thieves."
I thought there
was.
is honor
I thought
among
there was
thieves.
honor among thieves.
No honor. I think it's no honor.
I thought they had a code. That's
Maybe that's just in the movies.
That's one where, let's say it's the three of us, and
Yeah, no honor among thieves is a proverb meaning dishonest people can't be trusted to be fair with each other, often leading to betrayal for personal gain.
Like, let's say that with the three of us are in a room and I pitch that to you guys, like, hey, this is an opportunity. I mean, that is just the lowest.
But there's also an ancient concept of honor among thieves. Like, we know that we're defrauding other people.
Yeah, so let's stick together.
We have to be upfront with someone in our lives, and the only other people we can trust are our fellow thieves. So that it does actually work
both ways.
Crazy.
Just awful.
All right, finally, do this, and
DD mega.
I guess we'll find out, but it seems like the New York Giants have landed a do this coup this morning on reports from Adam Schefter and others that they are set to win the John Harbaugh sweepstakes and hire the longtime, now former Baltimore Ravens head coach to try to turn around their dismal football team in New York.
I thought he was going to take a beat. I thought there wasn't the report.
Tomlin was going to take a beat. I think
is.
Harbaugh was always ready to get right back in. After 18 seasons, looks like now they haven't finalized the deal, but according to Schefter's reporting, Harbaugh is set to accept the offer as soon as they work out the contract terms. He's made his choice of teams. It's going to be the New York Giants. And if you're the New York Giants, this is a huge win. I mean, a huge win. I get that John Harbaugh, had some maybe not his best seasons at the end of the run, but if you get anywhere close to what the Baltimore Ravens have been at the last 20 years, you have jumped leaps and bounds. It's like when the Chargers went from Mike Riley and all the bad coaches, and they finally got Marty Schottenheimer. And Marty Schottenheimer was far from perfect. He had his playoff failures. He had his reasons why he was never the Super Bowl winning coach, but he was so much better than anything they had before. And then all of a sudden the Chargers were a relevant and playoff team. I feel like that's where the Giants are going with this. Hey, John Harbaugh, if we have trouble in the future, we can deal with that, but we need what he has to offer right now. And they are apparently going to land him as their new head coach.
Yeah, I mean, you knew the Giants were bad, but their 13-38 record the last 3 seasons is the second worst record in the NFL behind the Tennessee Titans at 12-39. Since they won the Super Bowl in 2011, the Giants have the 4th worst record in the NFL, guys. I mean, it's as bad as it gets. And so Harbaugh getting an absolute huge bag of loot to go coach. Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo returning from injury.
If they can stay healthy, there's certainly an intriguing space to what they could possibly do with the New York Giants.
They said they put the full court press on him with a barrage of phone calls from John Mara, the co-owner, Eli Manning, Tom Coughlin, and even ex-coach Brian Daboll, as well as a trip to Harbaugh's home for a lunch meeting by Chris Mara.
What was that conversation? Yeah, I know they fired me, but these guys
are great organization. You're going to love it.
That is Don't and Do This for a Thursday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Oh, what's breaking news in the world of baseball? 3-time World Series champion, 11-time All-Star, 3-time NL Cy Young Award winner, and 2014 NL MVP. Clayton Kershaw will suit up one last time for Team USA at the World Baseball Classic. Really? They're adding Clayton Kershaw to the WBC roster.
Is it more of just like
how do you like the WBC now?
Is it honorary?
Is it like a elder?
I don't know that Woods was ever
statesman?
cheering for Team USA in the WBC.
Is he coaching?
You seem like a Team Dominican guy all
really
the way,
am,
Woods. So.
Team Cuba. I just love the baseball, and I love how seriously they take it. And now, it's gonna be tougher for me. Maybe he's like just the elder statesman, just hang out with the guys, teach them some tricks of the trade.
I mean, you do have sometimes those preliminary games
That's true.
where you're taking on lesser countries where you may be up 9-2.
He's the Woods. He's the mop-up guy.
You can come in for an inning at the end of the game, but I didn't see a pressing need for Clayton Kershaw on Team USA at
Man,
the
I
World
really
Baseball
wanted.
Classic.
I really wanted to root for our country here, and now you've made it.
Well, maybe he'll be too busy to accept that NBC job now. So,
maybe
that'll keep him off of television. Speaking of Cuba, you mentioned Cuba. What do we know about the Padres' new international signing? You see that
I did.
news? I'm looking for anything we know. But the Padres apparently landed what's considered the top prospect in Cuba, perhaps, with their 16-year-old first international signing of 2026.
Yeah, as our friends at Mad Friars just reported, his name, I don't know how to pronounce it. Yoniel Hernandez?
Joniel.
Yeah, I'm going to go with
Sounds good. Yoniel.
Yoniel. Hernandez is widely regarded as the top international player the Padres are signing this year, but with a bonus well outside the top 20, it leaves the club with plenty of money to spread around in what will be a deep class for the organization. So, yeah, I mean, he is, 16 years old, 17 years old? So that's pretty cool. Bonus of $1.4 million.
All right, that leaves the Padres with still several million to play with for the rest of the year as they land their other international signings. But jumping in, new year, new bonus pool for the international market.
Said he
AJ
is
Preller.
a talent who combines speed, power, and contact. He can play shortstop and center field. Perfect fit for the San Diego Padres. He left Cuba at 13 and is now fulfilling his dream. So very, very cool.
Okay.
I wonder if he'll ever see the big leagues in San Diego.
I mean, you say no, but this
You
is
got
how
to keep some of them at some
this
point.
is the
right?
path Adrian Morejon took.
That's true.
Out of Cuba to eventually get to the big leagues. Took a while before he fulfilled the promise when he got his giant signing bonus. They don't give out those kind of bonuses anymore because there's a cap on it. Remember that year the Padres spent
oh my gosh,
what was it, $60 or $70 million on their international signings? They don't do that anymore. Not allowed to do that. But that Adrian Morejon was the biggest success story from all of that. He is back as maybe the 8th inning guy for the Padres this season.
Yeah. Excellent, man.
All right, we are halfway done with the program on a Thursday.
Not yet, almost.
Very close.
Very close.
Got like 15 seconds left in this segment. We'll come back. Real or fake and more in our 8 o'clock hour. Stick around. More Bennett Woods on the way on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
right, now we're halfway home on a Thursday. Ben and Woods, 97.3, The Fan. So good to be back here in the nurturing biosphere of the mothership, which is where we are right now. I stole that line from my radio hero, Mike Reiner. It's what he would say about their studio, the nurturing biosphere of the mothership. And that's exactly where we are. It's good to be back. Obviously going to miss playing baseball every day, certainly, but it's good to be back and try to get back in my routine today. My routine was so on point for a while. And, you go to fantasy camp, it throws a wrench into it. So now back to the gym, all that stuff, my stretching, all that. I'm excited to be back.
There's a lot of energy when we're out of the studio, though.
Yeah, there is. I just feel
people
like
walking by, you got surprise guests all the time.
Sure.
You kind of got to stay on your toes when you're out of the studio. Here, it's a little more sterile.
Well, so here's the thing, and I would never do this. But the show I just referenced, by the way, I'm Woodsy, that's Paulie, that's Ben. The show I just referenced, they had a really great producer. His name was Danny. And anytime the show would go out on remote, Danny would stay behind so that the show's quality wouldn't suffer. Now,
Paul does not like where this conversation is going.
As I just said.
I mean, it's also like, go ahead. You think you can figure it out there, wherever there may be.
Correct.
Go for it.
That's another
I'm sure they
part.
also had some sort of technical engineer who traveled
They
with them
did.
as well.
They had a technical engineer, but Danny would stay back in the studio so that the show didn't miss a beat. Now, again, I would never do that. Can you imagine? I come to Paulie next year around, during the Christmas vacation, and I go, "Hey, bud, can we have a minute? Let's grab a coffee." For the good of the show, you're going to stay behind, and Ben and I are going to go out to fantasy camp. I mean, I can't. I don't have it in.
That's so mean.
I don't have it in me.
That would be so mean.
That would be Paulie's. What do they call it? Your
final straw,
final form, or something. It would be your Joker moment, or whatever they say. Like that would be
your death.
It would be my death sentence.
That ain't happening.
It's just I couldn't do it. I would never ask that of Paulie. And Adam does a fine job while he's here, but again, it's a different show. So I like being here. I feel like we have our best shows here. Like I'll tell you, I'll be honest, man, you get to the opening day live broadcast, and I'm always a wreck about it. I just am, because I'm like, we could do a better opening day broadcast in our studio, but I like being down here with the energy, the people. I love that part. It's the content that is always suffers. And I feel like if you do a radio show, the content should come first.
You have trouble separating the two styles of show.
100%. I've never been able to do it.
We can do this show that we do in here in the studio on the road.
And you just can't.
And we can't.
You can't do it.
And I don't even know that me being here and you guys being at Baja Rick's or anything really does a whole lot.
True.
Maybe maybe I'm a couple seconds quicker on a drop.
Yeah.
But how often are we really calling for drops on those remote? You know what I mean? It's just, you got to have a different mindset going into the live shows.
You have to. And I still haven't been able to master it.
I think it's good that sometimes you have those completely different shows. Are they your favorite and your best version of Ben and Woods? Probably not.
No.
But I would never trade going out to fantasy camp and getting to talk to, Terry Kennedy and Andy Ashby and Flannery. Those were all great moments on the show. Now, do they fit what we normally do? Of course not. It's totally different. But it's good to mix it up every once in a while, and good to get out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah, it is. And a little shake-up is fun every now and then, as Purple just said. You're right. They used to actually do a live broadcast every Friday.
See, that's a little bit different.
That's a little bit different. So it's like Ben and I are going down to do a live broadcast at a bar. You stay here. You don't feel like you're missing out on a ton, right? Especially it's every
when it's
Friday.
Routine. Yeah.
And so I would always think to myself, the quality of these guys' show never slips. It never slips. And ours is just different. So it's it's a me thing. And I got to get my head around it and just do a better job. I think the more you're prepared when you're out on a live broadcast, the better you'll be. Because there's times when we're like, we have nothing, drowning on opening day.
If we were able to arrange, there was a room at the Peoria Sports Complex with a camera and a microphone and all of that, and we don't even go out to spring training, but for those 3 days, they would just bring the players into this office.
I would hate it.
You wouldn't like that.
You're right. I would absolutely hate it.
There is something to be said for being there in person.
When you can lean forward and say, tell me what happened, like it's just a
you can
different.
read body
You
language.
feel
easier.
the energy,
You feel the energy.
of just where you are.
Yeah.
That's that's what you're trying to convey, I think, as a radio host.
And I'll say our spring training shows are great. I always have a great time, and I think we do a really good job. I think fantasy camp shows were really good too. Live remotes are tough at times. I just feel like we run out of.
We only have like 2 of them.
I know that's true. We don't do.
You're
it
mostly scarred by what undoubtedly are the worst shows we've ever done together.
Yes,
and those were when you went to Radio Row at Super Bowl.
Yep, those were scarred. That might have scarred me for life.
Just the worst shows.
Was that like 9 months in?
Yeah,
10 months in.
Yeah,
Something like
and
that?
we were back. You
Hated
were
every
there.
second, man.
We didn't know how to interact with each other.
But you were by yourself.
We had the worst interviews. It just was dismal radio.
And the old school radio had Pete in Point Loma. He's been around San Diego forever. Pete in Point Loma. Don't know if he listens to us anymore. I haven't heard from him in a while. He used to comment and stuff all the time.
Smart guy.
Very smart guy. Very astute sports fan. He domed me out so hard before he goes, hey, he like DM'd me. He's like, these shows are going to be terrible. And I'm like, why? He's like, it's just guys hawking products. Nobody wants to hear this crap and this and that. And I'm like, oh, well, it's my first Super Bowl. I'm actually pretty excited. And he domed me out when I got out there. And turns out, guy was dead on right. 100% right.
But other shows will make it seem as though it's some sort of miraculous thing that you're there at the Super Bowl.
Yes.
When in reality, Radio Row at the Super Bowl is like the worst convention you've ever been to.
Yeah, it's just with some celebrities that are kind of cool to see, walking around.
It's not the same as it used to be.
Not the same
They
as it used to
don't go to the local shows.
Right.
They'll hit, Pat McAfee's show.
And it looks like
Barstool.
It looks like a Chinese sweatshop of radio
Yeah.
with card table set up after card table. All right, here's Atlanta, here's Boston, here's Dallas, here's Minneapolis, here's Denver, and you're just 3 feet separating. The same guy will go from one table to the next table, the same jokes, talking the same products, one after another. And it's almost like it's existentially dead at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's funny
at Radio Row.
That interview I was listening to yesterday with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, they were talking about, Matt Damon said he was promoting a movie one time. And he said, he goes, you think it's bad? He said, one day for a movie, he said, I did 97 interviews in one day. And I go, well, that's Ben's dream. Ben would get 97 interviews. Would be
giving 97
I know.
Is I think of the scene from Notting Hill when Julia Roberts goes to get that hotel suite.
And the people are just lined
one
up.
after another. And then Hugh Grant comes in from Horse and Hound magazine and tries to come up with some fake questions to ask her.
It's but yeah, I'm happy to be back is what I'm saying. I'm excited to get back into my own life and my own routine, see my kids again. Nice to see my children today when I picked them up from school. I did run into a little bit of a scheduling issue while we were gone. As you guys know, I was offered the position of minor B head coach.
Accepted that position,
accepted that
right?
position.
You missed the tryouts though this weekend.
Yeah, so I missed the assessments on Saturday. So all the kids coming through, catching fly balls, taking grounders, taking swings, pitching, whatever, missed it. Bunch of kids came through. Then the makeup assessments were yesterday. So I missed those as well. So I will not have the opportunity to assess one single child before I go into the war room next Thursday night and draft my team.
Well, just call your fellow coaches on the other teams and get their honest opinions.
Oh, I'm sure they'll give
the
them.
Kids.
Yeah,
I'm sure that they won't mislead you in any way. Try to play up the wrong kids and protect the ones that they really want.
Yeah,
and not tell you about them. I'm sure that wouldn't happen.
Unhappy guest says beer league. No, I'm talking about little league, man. My almost 8-year-old. So I'm going to be building this team. They do a draft, which is wild. It's wild, and I get why they do it. They do a draft. Me, all the other dads in there, duking it out, hashing it out. But I have not seen any of these kids. I've seen some of them because I've coached some of them and I know some of them. But I've not seen or able to assess one single child. So I'm going to have to use that Tim Flannery coaching manual like you wouldn't believe. I'm going to have to coach my ass off.
Just ask the coach who comes after you in the draft every time, who don't you want me to draft?
Yes. Who shouldn't I draft? The other thing that you're looking for, and it's true, reputation of parents gets around, right? You don't want that kid. Why? He's really good. I don't know. I didn't see him. I didn't assess him. But no, this kid can play, but you don't want dad there. Dad is a problem or mom is a problem. I don't have any of that information. None of it. And I think that's something you could probably assess at assessments. You know, if the dad is hanging by the chain link fence, screaming at little Johnny.
Get your elbow up.
Sorry, little Brylan or Braxton hanging on the fence. You're like
Brixton with a Z.
You're like, I don't know that I want to draft Brylan here with my second round pick because dad is hanging on the fence screaming at his child. So I'm going into this draft next week, a week from today. I'm a nervous wreck already. Somebody just said, I coach minor A. I drafted last night. I almost threw up. It was so nerve-wracking. Again, it doesn't really matter because they're 8-year-olds, but I want my son to have a good experience. I want to have a good experience. Didn't get to assess any of them. So it was a scheduling thing that happened. It is what it is. Just going to have to go coach extra hard.
Well, and ultimately this is the time of their life that you can actually make a difference in terms
It's
of,
exactly right.
like, good coaching can make a huge difference on a minor B team.
You can make these kids fall in love with the game of baseball, which is my ultimate goal. You know, I think that's what I really want to do is make them fall in love with the game of baseball by giving them a great experience. So I'm excited about it. You know, no excuses though. Like, I'm not using this as an excuse if we don't win a baseball game. Right. Well, I didn't get to see any. No, I'm gonna take full like Mike. What would Mikey Varas do? I'm gonna take full ownership of how my team does because ultimately, Ben, as the head coach, it falls on me. It's my job to train these guys and get these guys ready. Ownership's not spending a lot of money on my payroll. I no excuses. We're gonna go out and play good baseball. But I did happen to miss both seminal moments of the season this week while we were gone.
It's probably like AJ Preller wouldn't miss the entire, like, oh, I didn't actually scout anybody.
He didn't scout
draft.
a soul.
I didn't actually scout anyone. Didn't see any of it.
He decides to take the season off of scouting and is like, he gets into the war room and they're like, who do you want? He's like, I have no idea.
I really know. This guy's name sounds cool.
Yeah, he's got a cool name. Where's he from?
Which is pretty much how he drafs any year.
Well,
he always has the coolest sounding names.
That's true. I'm just very I'm nervous about it again. But then again, it's also a bit freeing. I'm not going to be agonizing over kids.
I didn't get him. I wanted him so bad.
No,
I don't know.
Does this kid, he plays catcher? All right, I'll try him. We'll give him a look. This guy pitches. All right, I'll try him. And we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited about it, man. You know, I'm time to get my hands in the dough, so to speak.
I may need to get you a "What Would Mikey Varas Do" T-shirt.
Oh, I would wear it. One of those little
Great
bracelets,
idea.
maybe.
WMVD.
All in.
Question mark.
All in.
All right, let's get ready for our game today. It's Thursday, so we're going to play some real or fake, a chance to qualify for the trip to Las Vegas to see Sammy Hagar. If you'd like to be our contestant for real or fake next, you can call us now, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. That is coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
So we had a contestant lined up for real or fake. Jeremy and Paulie accidentally hung up on him. The hold buttons and the hang up buttons are right next to each other. So Jeremy, you're still listening. Please call us back. 833-288-0973. We could replace you with someone else, but that seems unfair. And the line is open.
Sorry.
So just call us back and we'll play our game. 833-288-0973. I'll guess I'm Ben Woods, appear on the David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Did see some news yesterday that the Washington Nationals are the latest team to part ways with their regional sports network, MASN, M-A-S-N. They are leaving them, and Major League Baseball will start producing their local broadcast, just like they do the San Diego Padres and I think 6 other clubs. I think they're the 7th. And then there's the other whole group of former FanDuel sports clubs that could be leaving at the end of the NBA and NHL seasons when FanDuel is expected to go into bankruptcy again.
Awesome.
So Major League Baseball could be producing about half of the team's games by the start of next season, depending on how everything plays out this offseason.
Jeremy's back, right?
We got
good.
him.
Yeah,
we
ready to
have
go.
Jeremy. You want to play our game? Let's get to it. It is time for real or fake.
some are here for the compelling sports talk with Ben and Woods. You can go plow through another donut. It's time for Real or Fake on 97.3 The Fan. Tell the people what they'll win today.
Real or Fake, brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and we already know we got Jeremy on the line. He is playing for a chance to qualify for the grand prize drawing trip to Las Vegas to see Sammy Hagar at Dolby Live at Park MGM, plus a 2-night stay at the Park MGM and a $100 gas card. You can check out Sammy Hagar's residency this year in Vegas from March 11th to 21st, September 18th to 26th. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Jeremy, apologize for the technical glitch, Paulie's finger, but you are back, and are you ready to play?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. If you can get 4 out of 7 right, you will qualify for our grand prize. All right. With the new Diamond Room set to open soon off Gallagher Square, that was Padres' big announcement earlier this week. I've decided to make cocktails the theme for today's game of Real or Fake. Oh. According to the International Bartenders Association, there are 34 mixed drinks in the category of the unforgettables, classic cocktails that have withstood the test of time.
Okay.
Today,
I like it.
On Real or Fake, I will give you a name. You tell me if it's a real cocktail sanctioned by the IBA as one of the unforgettables or fake. I've thrown in to fool you. I'll even give you recipes for the cocktails as well.
Oh, wow.
Jeremy, are you a massive drinker? Because that would help in this game today.
You know what? I think I picked the right thing. I'm actually a bartender.
Oh,
yes!
Wow, now the pressure's on, dude.
The pressure is on.
Pressure
big time.
is on.
All right, here we go. Round number 1, real or fake cocktail. A stinger, creme de menthe and brandy. A stinger, real or fake, Jeremy?
Never heard of that one, but I'm going to go real.
Yeah,
We
real.
never heard of it, and
It's
you're
real.
a bartender. It is real. Woods
Yeah.
know that one. You've been a bartender as
Never
well.
had it, though.
Sounds horrifically bad,
Yeah, it
actually.
does,
but
actually.
hey, it's real, and that's 1 point. Let's go round number 2. A monkey gland, gin, orange juice, grenadine, and absinthe. Real or fake, Jeremy?
Real.
It is real.
Oh, I was shaking my head no.
No.
A
You
monkey
would've-
gland?
A monkey gland, yeah.
That sounds hideous.
It does, doesn't it? All right, that's
Gross.
2 for 2. All right, let's go round number 3. A hanky-panky, gin, sweet vermouth, and Fernet Branca. Jeremy, real or fake?
Real.
Real.
I'm going to say fake.
Oh, Jeremy's right. It's real.
Wow. Jeez.
We are absolutely cruising through this category today. All right, round number 4. And for the win, although we'll keep you on and see if you can go perfect as a bartender. How about the blind ledger? Gin, Applejack, lemon juice, and honey syrup.
Fake.
It's fake. Wow. Jeremy, stick around. Let's see if you can get it all the way 7 for 7. You've already qualified. Let's try Remember the Maine. Rye whiskey, sweet vermouth, cherry brandy, and absinthe. Remember the Maine. Real or fake?
That's fake.
Based on the ingredient, I think it's fake, but based on the ingredients, I'm going to say real. Final answer.
You are correct. It is real.
Wow, he is good.
He's really good.
All right, a blackout circular, dark rum, sweet vermouth, Amaro, and Angostura bitters. Real or fake, Jeremy?
Can you say that one more
A
time?
blackout circular, dark rum, sweet vermouth, Amaro, and Angostura bitters.
I'm going to go the opposite. This one sounds real, but I'm going to go fake.
Yeah, he's
Good
good.
Lord.
He's
All
unreal.
right, for the perfect 7 for 7, a Clover Club, gin, lemon juice, raspberry syrup, and egg white. Real or fake, Jeremy?
Fake.
Oh, I got you finally. That's real. It's real. That's okay.
Were they
Jeremy.
all real?
No, there were 2 fakes. There were 5 reals. Jeremy, great job. You've qualified. Where do you tend bar? If you don't mind me asking.
At the Hilton in Del Mar, next to the
Nice.
racetrack.
Nice.
Nice.
Great spot. Right across from the track.
Oh, by the way, gentlemen, I do got to say this. How's my Brian Dutcher bobblehead? Because I'm the winner of the Ben's Beautiful box earlier.
Oh, my gosh. That was a long time ago.
That was.
Ben's Beautiful box. How is your Brian? It's gone. No, but they took all of our stuff.
I know. Where's all of our stuff? I got to find it.
No, it's in here. It's in the
somewhere.
It's in the
Oh,
building.
it's in here
It's
somewhere.
somewhere.
All right, Jeremy.
Thank you, buddy. Go
Paulie,
see
you get all your
Jeremy.
information.
Hang on 1 second, Jeremy. Just stay online. I'll
Yeah,
get
stay
you
on
during
line.
the break.
Or Paulie's going to hang up on you right now. Again, who
He's on
knows?
hold this time.
No, you got him on hold this time.
Yes.
That was really impressive. He was
really
He
good.
was like listening to all the ingredients.
He was.
It's great. None of those sounded good, by the way.
I know.
Not one of them. Not one of
They made
those.
some weird cocktails way back in the day.
The gin is what gets me. I can't drink gin.
You're not a gin drinker.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You either love gin or you don't. It's the botanicals,
the pine flavor.
Yeah,
I do not like.
I think I've had like a sip of a gin and tonic. I've never like ordered a gin because I've just smelled it from somebody else and go, nah,
It's like
that's not for
it's
me.
like the IPA of liquor.
That's exactly right.
But I like
you
IPAs.
like an IPA. You
but
do
I
like
don't think
IPAs, but you don't like gin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a gin person.
I'm usually a vodka more than gin person.
Yeah, I can do
Yeah.
vodka over gin
Yeah.
for sure. I like
yeah.
whiskey overall.
And I do like
Bourbon.
whiskey. I like rye whiskey as well.
Mhm, Me too.
I'm not sure exactly what the difference is between like bourbon and rye whiskey. I feel like it's a little more peppery, maybe, but
Maybe.
I don't really know. I don't drink enough to.
You ever had like Japanese plum whiskey?
I have not. I've been
Oh,
wanting to get
it's
into
elite.
Japanese whiskeys
Is
a
it
little bit more.
Elite.
Is it not? Is that just an old wives' tale that it was like literally if it was from Tennessee, it's one and
Yeah,
if bourbon versus
bourbon
whiskey,
is whiskey from Kentucky. It has to be
That's
from
literally
Kentucky to
just
be
all it
bourbon.
is.
Yes.
okay.
Yes. That is part of it.
You can never get
That's why
Tennessee
Jack Daniels isn't
bourbon,
bourbon
it's Tennessee
because it's from
whiskey.
it's Tennessee whiskey because
Yeah.
it's not from Kentucky.
Makes sense.
gotcha.
But rye whiskey is made differently. It's made with rye, so it's got, I would assume, a slightly different flavor profile.
All right. Well done, Benjamin. It's a good category. Very nice.
You're welcome. You
No-
told me no sports.
By the
so
way,
I'm trying my best to keep sports out of the
if you
equation.
go out drinking with your friends, don't order any of those because you're kind of a nightmare if you do. I think.
I will have one hanky panky and one monkey gland, please.
Please. The guy's like, excuse me. How about a Captain and Coke?
Hey,
Can I do that
it's-
for you?
It's on the list of the International Bartenders Association. You should know these things.
Of what did they call them?
the unforgettables.
The unforgettables.
Classic cocktails that have withstood the test of time.
So like are Manhattan's on there as well? I mean,
Yeah,
that seems
there
like
was the more
those
common
are
ones, yes.
It's unforgettable
Old-fashioned
because
Manhattan.
you can't believe how bad it tasted. You'll never forget how bad those taste.
Yes. All right, let's take a quick time out. When we come back, we will return with more. Can we spin the topic wheel?
When we come back,
I
we
would
will
love to.
return.
We will.
Here on Ben
All
and
right,
Woods.
let's spin the topic wheel when we return with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Okay, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Broadcasting live from the Bill Howe Studios. Bill Howe Plumbing, we know how. It is Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. We got a lot to get to. Bill Howe Plumbing, we know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
What was that? Who's Bill Plow?
Plow.
What was it, Paulie?
Live from the Bill Howe Studios, Bill Plow Plumbing, we know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Who's Bill Plow?
Plow.
Yeah, no chance he missed that one.
It's been a minute since we've had one of those from you. A minute. You've gotten such a
Bill Plow Plumbing,
you've done such a better job at not flubbing, but that was
a good
an
one.
all-timer.
Bill Plow Plumbing,
Bill Plow Plumbing.
a little bit of a tongue twister.
It is.
Coming up in our 9 o'clock hour, biggest fan, Rindle Report, football threesome.
Good
We've got some
God.
Aztecs tickets to give away
Man,
for Saturday
you're
night's
jammed.
game against New Mexico. So I thought we could spin the topic wheel, but I actually have, before we get to that, even before we get to traffic, I have my own topic wheel-esque question for both of you involving something that happened at work yesterday. Do both of you open all your mail?
Yeah.
Every piece?
I mean, unless I know it's a piece of junk.
Like if it says from Capital One, I don't have Capital One. I
Right,
know
right.
that's just
Correct.
I do the same thing.
Junk.
I get enough junk mail, and feel like I've gotten good.
You got a good handle on it.
Had a good handle on it. So I would say, 40% of the mail goes directly into the recycling bin without ever opening it. Got an email, though, at work. Apparently, with the new year, they were issuing new company credit cards.
You did not.
And they said,
you did not.
Please note, it will arrive in a plain white envelope with a return address of a P.O. box in Columbus. Do not ignore the envelope. And I go, I threw away my company credit card, didn't I?
No,
thinking it was just
didn't.
another piece of junk mail. It's possible it hasn't arrived yet, but they said it was supposed to arrive like the week before New Year's. And I haven't gotten it, so
It was blank?
It's like blank.
Yeah, I would have opened that one.
A blank one?
It's addressed to me. I would have.
The only thing this time of year, the only thing that keeps me from, I know what my bills look like, so I keep those. And then if it says important tax document, I keep that one too.
Yes, always.
And pretty much other than that, I throw everything away.
Unless it's like handwritten, like addressed to you
Right,
or something.
yes.
Yeah.
If it looks like it's a check in the window, I will at least give it a second look. But most of the times, those are fake checks. Like, this check could be yours if you borrow $82,000 from us.
100%.
What about the one,
insanely high rates?
What do they say? Immediate. They need like immediate response requested or something. They'll put that on there.
No chance. Yes.
Special
offer. That one instantly goes into the trash. Ooh, special offer. Right.
Probably
Really
your wife
special.
says you guys don't feel up your envelopes. Yeah, I do the feel up. I do give it a look.
Feel up.
But they trick you with those too.
So
They'll
it
put
happened-
a little like
it happened to
something
me.
cardboardy or plastic in there that you think is important. It's not.
I always like the check made out to me with the asterisk. Stephen paid the order of Steven's $30,000 asterisk next to it. Happened to me this very morning. Walked out to the kitchen. I was going to make my coffee, and there's this big pile of boxes. And I go, "Are those yours?" And she goes, "No, those are yours since you've been gone." I go, "Oh, crap. I got a new shirt, got my Nikes that came in that I ordered from Christmas and things like that." And then there was an envelope. So I opened it, and there was a credit card in it with my name on it. And I go, and she looked at me. I could see her look at me going, "Did you get a new credit card?" And I didn't. But this one felt and looked very official. And then I read the small print and just cut it up and threw it away. So it happened to me actually this morning. But yeah, that's how they get you, Benny. But yeah, they probably want to let you know earlier to not
before, like
hey, these are going out.
Be
in the
looking
mail.
for this.
Be
Don't
looking for
hope
this.
you were looking for this 2 weeks ago.
Right.
'Cause
I
we
hope
sent
you guys don't
an
throw this away.
unmarked credit card in the mail.
We've moved really.
Or just send it to work. I don't get much. I don't get much
Oh,
mail
they
at
send
work.
it to you at home.
They send it to me at home. It's like just put it in my
How about
work
this?
inbox.
Put it on my desk.
Yeah,
my
that would
new
be
company
great.
credit card.
Don't
Just put
send
it on my
to
desk.
my home.
I think you're in the clear on that one.
I do too.
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
I
They just got to
don't know.
order you another.
The
one.
last time they don't send me anywhere lately, so I haven't used my company credit card in like 3 years. So
Yeah, it just sits there.
just sits there in case of emergency, essentially. So
And you're such a diligent person. You're not. I mean, you could have pulled it out last Friday night when we were out if you wanted to. The
apparently
company
I
credit
couldn't
card.
have. My old one expired.
Your old
at
one
the
had
end of the year,
expired.
so
Excellent. I'm sorry that happened.
all right, let's check traffic and then we'll do an official topic wheel spin here before the top of the hour on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Got a number of problems here. Southbound side of the 805 before Governor. Accident being moved over to the right shoulder. Looks like that rollover crash may have cleared on southbound 15 at the South 5 connector, but we still show that crash on South 5 near the border right before Palm Avenue over to the right shoulder. Also traveling on northbound 125 before Lemon Avenue. Accident involving a semi. Everything being moved into the center divide. Northbound 163 just before Genesee. Reports of a stalled vehicle in the slow lane. And going to find a crash on westbound 56 before Camino del Sur. It's over the right shoulder. New year, new goals. Start with your car at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. A fast oil change and essential maintenance checks help keep you moving into the new year. Check it off your list. Visit SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Ready when you are. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
This will be a good one. What is the worst trend that you ever lived through?
Ooh, a trend.
It's a good one.
Like,
Woods is living through broccoli hair for kids now.
that's up there.
Not your favorite.
I think I've mentioned it before. I don't like feel bad about it because I was like 11, but 10, 11 years old, 2001 era. My soccer team, we said, hey, if we win this championship or this game or whatever it was, we would all bleach our hair.
Ooh,
That with the frosted tips, that whole
the
thing.
Kevin Millar.
That was
Give me the Kevin Millar.
You know, it's a bunch of 10, 11-year-olds having fun, so I don't feel bad about it.
No, it's
But
like team bonding.
But you look
too.
back on it and you go, the frosted tips was a pretty bad trend.
Tide Pods, kids eating Tide Pods. That's that. At the end of the day, though, like natural selection's a real thing. You know, it just is. And 6'7", I love.
You love 6'7".
I love 6'7". Still makes me laugh.
Remember when people would just add "in bed" to the end of every sentence?
Yes.
God, you just make me cringe. Oh.
That was dumb.
Ugh, my skin is crawling right now.
That's real
Let's see.
dumb.
Oh, how about you guys remember Zubaz? How about Zubaz?
Zubaz.
By the way, proud wearer of some Atlanta Falcons Zubaz. I don't know why. Proud wearer of them. That
Puka shell
Zubaz
necklaces.
You got puka shell necklace. You know, it's funny though. My kids, we went to Hawaii last year. My kids both got them. They look fantastic. Bo looks fantastic in a puka shell necklace.
He looks like he's from Hawaii.
That's exactly
Along
right.
those same lines, something that seemed pretty good at the time, but in retrospect now seems horrible. Live Strong bracelets.
Live Strong was tough.
Yeah.
Also wore one.
We all meant well, right?
We meant well.
We all
meant
meant well.
Live Strong, but not really. I watched the documentary on it. It's riveting. And you watch Lance Armstrong, and you're like, I want to understand. I really want to understand. And he makes it very difficult too. There's not really a lot of contrition, really, in anything he did. It just was crazy. Let's see. Parachute pants were dope. Tessa says parachute pants. I had some when I was a kid. I loved them. Trying to think of some other trends we've lived through. The broccoli haircut is up there with the worst trend of all time. And it's funny because in a vacuum, one kid, at Chick-fil-A ordering a meal with
fine.
a broccoli hair, it's when there's 30 of them and you're like, oh my God, you look ridiculous. Don't you see yourselves? It's crazy. Little broccoli trolls running around. It's unbelievable.
Little heathens.
Little broccoli-headed heathens.
Little jackals.
It's one of the funniest.
Speaking of trolls, remember when everyone had the troll
trolls.
dolls? Yeah,
It was one of the funniest conversations I think I've ever had in my life was with Ben's brother. Ben's brother was losing his mind.
Planking was dumb.
Planking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
Planking.
What was that? Laid flat across like.
Oh, how about the ice challenge, bucket challenge?
Ice
That's
bucket
again
challenge.
good cause.
Good cause. At
Rooted
least.
and good, yeah.
I'll never forget this local media Hardo. I did the ice bucket challenge. We all did it as like a staff or something, and he was way to waste water, and I was just like, I'm done. I'm just done. I'm done with people. That was my 13th reason right there. I was like, just leave me alone, idiot. That was a really good one, Paulie.
We do another one?
Yeah, let's do one more here.
Oh, Ed Hardy tease. Oh, yes. Affliction. That was a bad trend. Creed.
It's almost like fashion. You would have to have its own category.
Creed jeans up there.
All right. This is right here. It says, what's the worst advice that you ever followed?
Oh, my God.
The worst advice that you ever followed.
These are deep thinkers.
That's tough because sometimes you forget the bad advice.
I think you have to look at it in retrospect. Like you maybe didn't know it was bad advice, but it ended up being really bad advice.
Here, snort this back hard and fast. That was the worst advice I ever took. All right. Real fast. How about you, Ben?
Worst advice you ever followed.
Do you have one?
That is a
I'm
tough
really
one.
trying to think.
Really
It's
tough.
a tough one. Do I need to save that one?
Save
and
that.
move
Let me
on?
think on that one for a while.
We'll leave it on the board.
Man, I mean, I have made some really boneheaded decisions. Really bonehead. I've backed the wrong horse many a time. Many a time. And when you back the wrong horse and you defend said horse, sometimes you're like, I can't believe I didn't see what everybody else was telling me. And so that's me giving myself advice. Like my decision was the bad one. I've made so many wrong decisions.
I probably would say that, a lot of the early radio advice about, taking phone calls,
Yeah.
I
that
was trying to
sort of
think of something
thing that seemed
professional.
wise at the time, but probably really wasn't that
Yeah.
wise.
Yeah, it was probably something along the same lines. Professional, like, oh yeah, you should work with Dan Cilio. It'd be great.
It'd be great for your career.
But like it somehow
Somehow
in some
worked
way it led me to here. So
Oh, this is a good one. A French 6745 says, "Come work this job without guaranteed pay and uncapped commission." What a joke! The old dreams of uncapped. Hey, we're going to uncap the commissions. Oh
work
man,
from home.
I can
set
make
your own
I
schedule.
can make so much money.
Does anybody have like capped commissions? Like if you keep bringing in new business,
Yeah, there's capped
and
commissions.
they don't pay you eventually. Like, oh well, you've already reached
Now you want to hit your cap.
your cap for the year.
Yeah.
But doesn't that mean if you hit your cap for the year in August, why would you do anything the rest of the year?
That happens. By the way,
Why would anyone have an uncapped commission?
That
Like,
happens.
You want your employees to keep out selling and
Right.
making money. So why would you ever cap their commission? That doesn't make. I've never worked a commission job in my life.
I've
Ever
worked
once, so I don't really know how it works.
I've worked base plus commission. But there were some beasts in my company where they had to stop. They had to cap their commissions after a while because, like you said, they hit their numbers in August, September. The fourth quarter for them is like, call me if you need me. Like, there's no reason for me to
But
come
doesn't
to
the
work.
company? Isn't any new business
Making money?
Good business?
Yeah.
Why would you ever stop someone from bringing in new business to the company by just saying, "Well, you've already hit your cap. Just keep commissioning."
I
them."
don't know if you know this, but sometimes the company doesn't have your best interest at heart.
Well, that's their. I know, but it's their best interest is for you to keep
Yeah.
making money for them, even if they have to shave some off the top as a commission. Why would you ever cap someone's
Ooh,
commission?
this is a good one. Question is moot. This is a really good one. This is the worst piece of advice. Don't ever let the girl know you're interested in her. The games that you play in the dating world. That's
yeah.
such a good one because you have that
Play hard to get.
play hard to get. Don't call her for
Don't
3
text
days.
her right away.
Man,
Yeah.
like when I met my wife, I was in that thing of like, I shouldn't. But I immediately reached out. I was like, thanks so much for coming by. We should grab a beer sometime. And luckily it worked out. But I knew
It's really good.
I knew even in that moment, I'm like, you're doing too much. Do less, do less, do less. that battle with yourself. That's really good.
It goes right along with just act cool.
Do less. Yeah.
Just act cool.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to act cool. In my attempt to act cool is the worst thing I can possibly do.
That's the worst
It's
thing you
the
can
worst
do.
advice I can get. Don't tell me to act cool
Man,
because
act cool,
I don't
cool.
know how to do it. So I think the best advice you almost always get is be yourself.
Be yourself. And if you like somebody or something like that, don't be afraid to tell them. Now you may scare them off. It's happened many times.
Now, if you're being yourself and that's not working over and over again, you might want to change yourself and then be yourself, but in a different way at some point.
Yeah, it's tough.
But
we don't have all the answers here.
you're
on
really
Ben and Woods.
never going to have success trying to be something you're not.
100%.
Because just go down that road. All right. Yeah. I convinced this girl that I am like the coolest.
Yeah.
She's going to find out
That I'm
eventually.
not.
I mean, what's the end game here? Got to be yourself. Otherwise, there's just no long-term future for you.
You asking her how impressed she is with your sports knowledge is so while I have you here, how impressed are you with my sports knowledge, young lady here working at this gentleman's
Mason
club?
McCoy.
I listened back to that this morning driving in. I was crying. It's so good. You're such a gem.
Didn't have the effect I was hoping it would have.
Me just sitting there going, did I just hear what I think I just
Is
heard?
our guy
It's loud.
Is he attempting to spit some sort of game here
Yeah.
by asking this girl, are you impressed with my sport? I gave you a piece of really good advice. Don't ever ask someone if they're impressed with anything you do, are, or no.
Remember my goal in that situation was to see.
Allegedly. If you wanted to DFA her, you could have. You chose not to for 3 hours.
Mike in the chat says sports talk, please. Well, it's the Reindl report.
It is the Reindl report coming.
No, I don't
Sorry,
know.
Mike.
Sports headline or two.
Sorry.
I haven't done one in like a week.
Jelly roll news of the day. We'll have our biggest fan. We got some Aztecs tickets to give away. Football threesome all ahead.
Get your threesome.
Hour number 4 of Ben and Woods next on the Fan. Hour of Ben and Woods on a Thursday. We'll wrap up the week tomorrow. Are we going to talk to Darren Smith? I know he was in Peru, but he's back now.
I think so.
We had a lot of
I gotta check in with him
SDFC
today.
news this week. We just talked to Mikey Varas earlier in the show. If you missed that, make sure you check out our conversation with the head coach at SDFC. Lots to get to this hour, including a Rindle report. First, though, it is time to announce our biggest fan name of the morning. If you hear your name called in the next 10 minutes, you call us back at 833-288-0973, and you'll qualify for our grand prize, 20 tickets for you and your friends in one night
20 nights
in the Odyssey Suite at a Padres game. You just get the one night with 20 tickets. All of the fan staff catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. This morning's biggest fan is Mary Wanser from Santee. Mary Wanser from Santee. You have 10 minutes to call us at 833-288-0973.
Mary wants her a sweet night, buddy.
She does.
Yeah.
Wants herself a sweet night. You can register your name at 973thefan.sd.com/biggest fan. Could have some big news today in baseball. The reporting is that it could be decision day for Kyle Tucker.
Why is today the day?
I don't
that
know.
They're so sure that he's going to sign. I've
Today,
seen many
this morning
people.
was the Alex Bregman introductory news conference in Chicago for the Cubs. But the reporting from John Heyman and a couple of others is that maybe front offices were given word that Kyle's about to make his decision. They'll let you know. Going to have a phone call set up at some point today. But the thinking is the Toronto Blue Jays, the New York Mets, and the LA Dodgers are like the three main finalists, but there could be a surprise team or two out there.
I'm not
for
going to
Kyle
hold my
Tucker's
breath
services.
that it's the San Diego
I am not
Padres.
either.
Wow. Okay. Blue Jays seems to be a good fit, right?
That would be a longer term deal. The Mets would be the shorter term, higher AAV deal. And I don't know, the Dodgers could be offering anything from 1 year, 90 million to 100 years at 1 million with $7 billion deferred.
You
You just
never
have
know.
no idea what's coming down the pike, but could have some news on Kyle Tucker at some point.
And
today.
then how many of the top 10 will be remaining after that?
Not that many. Framber Valdez is definitely still
It's a big one
out there.
Yep.
And maybe one or two others, but he would be the biggest name, certainly on the pitching side now that Ranger Suarez has signed with the Boston Red Sox.
That's my one that got away.
I-
There's a lot of money. I don't think the Padres could have swung it, but he's a good player.
Chris
He's really-
Bassett's still out there,
Yep.
though. Zach Gallen is still
So
out there.
Kyle Tucker.
Lucas Giolito.
Oh, Bo Bichette still out there as
Oh, yeah.
well.
Bo Bichette's top 10.
Dylan Cease is gone. Murakami's gone. Bregman's gone. Yeah. So I mean, most big names are gone. Framber, as you mentioned, rumored two. A couple of
I haven't
Giants.
heard a ton
Giants,
of Framber rumors.
Giants, Cubs, Orioles, all interested in Framber Valdez. Makes sense. Cody Bellinger still out there as well. Schwarber's gone. Yep, and Ranger Suarez signed. That's the top 10 right there.
All right, Paulie, would you like to get us started with a Randall report?
Oh, it's been so long.
Whoa!
I thought you had a new
That's
intro.
An old one. That's an old one.
Was that an old Rindle report intro?
It got booted from. Yeah, that was like an old one.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I don't either.
And get
There
things
we
started
go.
here with our today's edition of the Rindle Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Rindle Report with Paul Rindle.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
Two stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And one story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Rindle Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a oh yeah? Oh yeah.
All right.
I didn't even sound like my kids anymore.
I know.
Hey, Dad, welcome home. So weird.
Can I get a oh
Can I get a oh yeah?
Paulie, before you
Hello?
get started, Mary, are you there?
Yes.
Mary, you made it. Congratulations. You're
Well
on
done.
the air on 97.3 The Fan. You are the biggest fan this morning.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Thank you. I hope I win.
You're welcome.
You're in the
Us
drawing.
too.
You are
sound like
in the
a
drawing. Paul, you got her name, number. You're
Yeah,
good to
she
go.
is good
All
to
right,
go.
Mary,
All
you'll
checked
find
off.
out at the end of the contest if you're our grand prize winner. But thank you for listening to 97.3
Yes,
The Fan.
Yes. I love you guys. I
Oh.
met you all at the locker, a bunch of you.
Thank you
Love
so
guys.
much. What a sweet angel.
All
I
right.
hope she
No,
wins
we're-
too.
we're-
Oh,
my
come on.
twin sister and I are going on that Chicago trip with you guys.
Let's
nice.
go!
Nice.
All right. You're a
See you
winner
in
already.
Chicago.
See you in Chi-Town.
you.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
Thank
Love
you.
guys.
Love you.
Bye,
Bye.
Barry.
I like her.
What a nice little lift of positivity on a Thursday.
Beautiful.
I loved it.
She seems fun. All right, we will get started here. Now, it's not very uncommon for quarterbacks to bounce around from team to team. We were talking about Josh Johnson, San Diego kid, the other day. He was playing at the Commanders regular season finale. I was looking at his resume. I'm like,
Wait, for
God,
the San Diego Fleet?
he's been on like 20 different teams. College, not quite as many opportunities, but with NIL and the transfer portal.
Oh, yeah.
Got a story here about quarterback TJ Finley. He started out as a quarterback for LSU back in 2020, and he has just committed to his 7th school in 7 years.
Okay, there's something that's interesting.
That is a long time in a lot of different places. So he
He's tied
started
with you, Woods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
started at
7 years.
LSU. He was on that team with Joe Burrow, like one of the best college football teams.
Joe Burrow's
Ever.
been in the NFL.
He was on a college football team with Joe Burrow.
Yes. He then went to
I
Auburn.
feel like Joe Burrow's nearing retirement.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like he's quitting.
Yeah, seriously. After Auburn, he went to Texas State. After Texas State, it was Tulane, Western Kentucky, and Georgia State. And now he is signed with Incarnate Word, or University of the Incarnate Word.
Okay.
And that's where he will be the quarterback. 7 schools in 7 years.
That's not maybe what they had in mind when it's, hey, we need to give these guys a little money for their name, image, and likeness. It's not what they had in mind, in my opinion. That being said, it's this guy's life. Do what he wants with it.
Do what you want.
You could go. I mean, there's in our business, there's radio salespeople that go from place to place. There's hosts that go from place to place to place to move, and a year here, a year there. Always looking for the next big thing. But it was COVID kind of what threw a lot of this.
So yeah, they gave everybody an extra year because of that.
But then they started milking.
And then you have your injury year, your redshirt year, and
you can play till you're 35.
Now it's just I'm suing the NCAA year that you get at the end of your college football career. This guy's trajectory isn't exactly a rocket ship upward. When you start at LSU, and then
he's more of a drill.
7 steps later, you're an Incarnate Word. But
LSU to Incarnate Word.
That's
main campus in San Antonio.
Career. Guy wants to play. Wants to play. Got an opportunity to play. He's going to keep riding with it.
All right, that's it for the sports. That's kind of a sportsy story to wrap it up here, but it is a Throwback Thursday. I had one short clip for you guys. This was actually on this day 5 years ago. We must have been taking some phone calls, and I think we have a promo of some of this clip running. I hear it every once in a while. It always makes me laugh.
Me too.
Me 3.
Not really.
Not you so much, Woods. This was January 15th, 2021. I think we were just kind of getting back into the swing of things for the new year, touching base with our listeners, and we took this call.
I've been listening to you guys for the past 4 months. You guys are super rad. All the content you put out, Ben, Paul, Woodsy, you guys are awesome.
I get it. I'm used to it. Then Paul, the other guy.
Hey,
just always an afterthought.
On your own show.
On my own show. My name's
Paul and
I got it. I love you guys. All the good stuff you do, Ben, Paul.
That's my favorite phone call of the year so far.
Yeah, Woodsy, you're all right.
At first, I was thinking I'd make the joke, kind of seeing where that direction of the phone call was going. I'm like, I'm gonna make a promo because it's gonna sound like every other promo on this station.
Yes.
And now I'm definitely gonna make a promo.
Perfect. The other guy. Hey, Bob. Do you like me?
all the content you put out, Ben, Paul,
so good.
To be fair, he'd only been listening for 4 months.
It's true. It wasn't very memorable for him, apparently, but that's fine. It's fine. The old afterthoughts. How did we get on the sidekick bit? Didn't you call me your sidekick, or somebody called me your sidekick?
Yeah.
I was like, excuse me, I'm not his sidekick. We are equal billing here.
We really had no idea what to name the show at the beginning.
Yeah, we did. Ben and Woods.
Well, yes, but It could have been Woods and Ben.
No,
I mean, there
it
was
doesn't
no
sound as good.
It's just how it kind of
It doesn't sound as
rolls
good.
off the
Ben
tongue.
and-
It's
Ben and
the
Woods.
ends.
It's
Yeah.
how how it rolls off the tongue. Had it been Steven and Higgins, it might
Oh,
have gone the
God.
other way, but just not as
We would
good.
have made it 3 months with a Steven and Higgins. Would have been horrible. Steve and Ben. No. Ben and Steve. Forget it. This is like a porn movie. Ben and Steve sounds like a
Ben and Steve in the morning.
It sounds so bad. I hate my name, by the way.
There really was
Steve
only
is the
one
worst.
choice. So it's my middle name.
And your
also,
dad's,
my
name. I just
name,
don't
and-
like it. I don't like it. Steve. I actually prefer Steven over Steve.
It's Ben and Steve in the morning.
It's so stupid. Steve has a very thick mustache.
Oh yeah,
You know, like very tan.
kind of looks like Jelly Roll.
Wears a lot of jewelry. You know, Steve. I just don't like it. Your dad goes by Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it seems
He goes by
normal for
Chief,
him. Yeah, he's
actually.
Chief now.
Chief. That's great.
Even his friends call him. So the origin was, little grandkids who couldn't say Grandpa Steve and then Grandpa Chief.
Yeah, Grandpa Chief.
And so he just became Chief.
Chief
but
is
now even
great.
like his buddies at the golf club just all call him Chief. So
All right, finally, we will wrap it up. I haven't checked the prep service in the last few days. I assumed there would be some Jelly Roll news, and wouldn't you know, there is some Jelly Roll news just from this morning.
How can that be?
Every single day, it's something new. This one was Jelly Roll teases next big career move.
Oh no.
He's
going to
sign
be
me
one
up. I'm in. I need
he's
to know.
Going to be one of those cross platform guys. Like he's going to do it all. What are they like a
Mark Wahlberg,
like a
or-
triple threat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jared Leto, a triple threat. Oh, he does music, he does acting. Is it acting?
Get some producing in there.
Is it acting?
Directing.
It
Directing.
is a form of acting.
Okay.
It's voice acting. He is going to be a part of a new animated movie called GOAT, and it is actually being produced by Steph Curry from the NBA. The group making the film is the group behind, they did K-pop Demon Hunters, they did Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh my God. Taylor
And
loves them both.
it's called GOAT. It is going to come out later this year. All I have here is that it says it is set in an all animal world that follows Will, a small goat with big dreams, who gets a once in a lifetime shot to join the pros and play Rollerball, a
Okay.
high intensity, co-ed, full contact sport dominated by the fastest, fiercest animals in the world.
Okay.
Will's new teammates aren't thrilled about having a little goat on their roster,
Okay.
but Will's
It's like the little
determined-
goat that could.
Yeah, he's determined to revolutionize the sport and prove once and for all that smalls can ball.
So Goat Rudy.
Yeah, Goat Rudy.
Yeah, Goat Rudy.
Is he playing
huge names?
Is he playing Will? or
He's
is
a
he-
smaller character. He's playing Grizz, a brutish grizzly bear roarball player. That's Jelly Roll. Other names, though, that you're going to hear the voices: Gabrielle Union, Steph Curry will be in it as well, Nick Kroll, Patton Oswalt, Jennifer Hudson, Wayne Knight, Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee, Dwayne Wade, Aisha Curry, Kevin Love, Angel Reese, a lot of NBA players making some appearances there.
This is a show, not a movie.
That's coming out. It's a movie coming out. It
It's a
says
movie.
February 13th, 2026, animated film.
So they've already done all their work.
Yeah,
at
Jelly
this
Roll
point. They're
released, like he shared the trailer or whatever,
Okay.
and he's like, y'all, my voice is in
In
an
a
animated movie.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, this is the stepping stone for him because now you start maybe with some voice acting, and then the next thing you know, he's playing a high-powered attorney in the city of Chicago. Working maybe a thoracic surgeon. In New York City. Jelly Roll, the thoracic surgeon.
Jelly Roll MD.
The possibilities are truly endless for Jelly Roll. When is this going to end?
I don't know that it's ever going to end.
What's that picture? What's that picture of us every time? It's so bad. It's so good. God, he looks. Me and him are.
I mean, it's like,
twins.
I know that doesn't make
Do
you
it again.
feel good.
No, it doesn't.
But like the it's so you did such a good job that it's like I want to give you credit.
The dead eyes, dude, is what it is. It's the sad eyes.
If you just dyed your beard more brown,
I know.
it would have been insane.
It is insane. It's the same. It was so good, man. It's like Jelly Roll and Jelly Roll in 10 years is what it looks like. Oh, thank you, Paulie.
Thank you, Paulie. All guests on Ben
I
and
do
Woods.
see your kids wanting to go to see Grizz or
Oh, yeah.
whatever Goat whenever that comes
sure.
out next month.
Maybe their mom can take them. I'm not going to see Grizz. I'll tell you right now.
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
All guests on Ben and Woods appear on the David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. When we come back, football threesome. We'll look ahead to the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. 4 big games this weekend. That is coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. And if you are watching football, you absolutely can be setting Prize Picks lineups and winning real money. You're watching sports anyway. You might as well take advantage of all your sports knowledge and turn that into some real cash. In fact, you can win up to 2,000 times your money with Prize Picks. You're just picking against the numbers. It is more or less on stat projections. If you're watching football, check out quarterbacks, passing yardage, running backs, rushing yardage, all-purpose yardage, touchdown scored. It's more or less, it's really easy to play. It's really easy to get started with Prize Picks. All you have to do is download the Prize Picks app and use code KWFN to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code KWFN to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. And Prize Picks is growing. They're actually developing new communities on Prize Picks with the new social feeds feature. You can share your Prize Picks picks with your friends, copy lineups with winners from a single click. Copy lineups you like, use them as an inspiration for your own picks. You can even follow Prize Picks partners all over the country and match picks with just one click on Prize Picks. Check it out today and make sure you take advantage of the free $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup with code KWFN at Prize Picks. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details. Prize Picks, good to be right.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Going to give away some San Diego State basketball tickets here in just a couple of minutes. Big game Saturday night against New Mexico at Viejas Arena, 5 p.m. tip-off. Eric Olin, the former UCSD coach, has done a really nice job in his first season with the Lobos. They are right there along with the Aztecs in contention for an NCAA tournament spot. So this is a very important game. We'll have some tickets to give away. First, though, talk some football with our football threesome.
Can Ben and Woods interest you in a threesome?
A threesome would be fun.
No, not that kind of threesome.
Talk dirty to me.
We're talking end-arounds, the best tight ends in the world, and going all the way in this game of inches.
2 inches short, maybe less. Story of my life.
It's the NFL threesome with Ben and Woods. Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort, the Players' Place, on 97.3 The Fan.
Personal foul, 69, offense. He was giving them the business.
All right, breaking with format a little bit, as there is no Thursday night game, of course, this week. Just 4 divisional round matchups, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. I believe you will hear 3 of the 4 of them here on 97.3 The Fan. We've got a UCSD basketball game on Saturday afternoon, but other than that, we'll have them all for you. It all starts, Woods, Saturday at 1:30 on CBS, with the Buffalo Bills visiting the Denver Broncos. Denver, the number 1 seed, had the bye, but they're only favored by 1.5. Just the season-long trend of we don't totally trust
yes,
the Denver Broncos.
They keep proving people wrong, man. They really do. They keep proving people wrong. Still taking the Bills. If I had to guess, I don't gamble anymore, but I would take the Bills.
I thought the Bills were going to lose the first game to the Jags. They nearly did.
They almost did.
It was a very close game. I don't think there's any reason why you shouldn't take the Denver Broncos in this game.
Okay.
But apparently the bettors don't tend to agree with me because it's a 1.5 point spread on the road, which means they think Buffalo's the better team.
Yes.
Home games are generally worth about 3 points. So neutral field, that means Buffalo would be favored by 1.5, and in Buffalo, they'd be favored by 4.5 points,
right,
according to that spread. So they think Buffalo is the better team. Josh Allen's definitely the better quarterback.
He is.
There's a lot of other players on the team, and I think Denver has generally had all the other better players over the course of this season.
Better defense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride with Buffalo. I like Josh.
I like Josh
I
Allen
want them to
too.
make a run.
I do too. I want to
fun.
see it. This is the year to do it. Josh Allen's like.
What did we say last week? Like it was like
no Mahomes,
yeah, Lamar,
all gone.
Burrow,
all gone.
all those guys that have stood in your way in the AFC playoffs, they aren't there anymore.
This is that time.
No excuses.
Yeah,
gotta get it done.
Got to get it done.
Generally, the divisional round has been the round for blowouts. You won a wild card game, but now you're playing against the good teams. There's only one game that is not, the spread isn't within about 3 points, and it's the second game on Saturday. The Seattle Seahawks, also the 1 seed, are favored by 7 against the San Francisco 49ers.
How much does the George Kittle injury factor into that?
I think quite a bit.
I do too.
I mean, it's not just that injury. I mean, the 49ers have been beset
Ravaged
with injuries. Their only path to victory is the huge game for Christian McCaffrey, which can happen. Brock Purdy has one of his make zero mistakes sort of games.
Mm-hmm.
Christian McCaffrey has a big game, and they can keep this one close and have a chance to win on the road. But otherwise, I don't see how Seattle loses this one. They should win it fairly comfortably.
Really?
Yeah.
By 7 or more?
Yeah. I would say I would take Seattle and lay the points on that one.
Okay. So decreed.
All right, on to Sunday.
This is an intriguing matchup to me.
The 12 noon game, the Houston Texans visiting the New England Patriots. The Texans have won 10 straight games. We were all surprised by that when we learned it after their first round playoff victory against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Problem, a little shorter week, shorter preparation for Houston, whereas New England's been, well, they had at least a little extra. No, they had one extra day. New England played Sunday night, and Houston played
really well.
Monday.
They played really well. New England. This is the battle of the ridiculously good defenses. So one thing I do want to remember, but make a mental note, Paulie. If the Patriots win, get audio of Drake May, who sounds like an auctioneer in training. We did a lot of time a couple weeks ago on auctioneers. You've never heard a faster talking quarterback in your whole life. No, it was right after a huge first playoff game. He was like, coming back here next year and do it again. Gotta love our defense. Gotta showing up now, not that defense, showing up now, showing up now, defense, showing up, throwing the ball around, running the football. He was unbelievable. It was like, dude, if you break your leg, you have a second career to fall right back on. So we got to remember, if they win, get as much Drake May as you can get.
All right.
Maybe even pregame. We'll see if he's fired up pregame.
My big concern for the Texans, and defensively, they'll keep it close. This will be a low scoring. It's the lowest over under 40.5 of the weekend. Oh, we got it.
Playoff debut in front of this crowd. Can you describe what this experience was like for you?
Yeah, how about that defense, man? Congrats to the defense. What a night. It was so fun to watch. Props to the fans. That was a great environment. I got these big boys behind me. We're missing a couple, but these guys, man, wow. I'm rocking them with it anytime, any place. Looking forward to be back at home next week. It was a great win.
I have not heard that.
You get it all now. So I'm looking forward to being back at home now. Gotta love that home cooking now down here in England. Yeah, come on now. We're going to run football. Gonna throw big boys coming out behind me now. He's unbelievable. I was crying laughing when I saw that. I go, well, that's gonna be a thing for us.
Houston they ended up pulling away and winning so easily against Pittsburgh, but CJ Stroud looked.
That's what you guys said. I couldn't watch it.
Rattled.
I'm 59.
So Drake, really nice game. Defense obviously picked you guys up, but how'd you guys move the ball today?
75, no one, 61 a quarter, 61 a quarter.
How many yards did you rush for?
All right,
well, great win. You're on to the championship game, sir. I can do the auctioneer hour any day of the week here on Ben and Woods. Any day of the week. Have Drake, May, and Ben talking to each other on the phone.
Yep. All right. Yep,
Yeah, sure. Yeah. All right, sounds good. Yep.
So, upshot, I've got fast talking Drake May and New England in this one.
Oh, man. I think I do too. I'm going to take New England, the home team.
And then finally, we always do our most intriguing game. I think
This
this
is
by
it.
far, this is the most intriguing game. The final game of the divisional round, 3:30 NBC on Sunday. The LA Rams at the Chicago Bears. Wind chill is expected to dip down to almost zero at Soldier Field.
Wow.
Which is not advantageous to a Los Angeles team, probably.
Is it even advantageous to the Bears at that point?
I don't know. It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold in Chicago.
You're never really used to that. But Caleb Williams, don't forget where he played, his college football. I mean, he's not that hardened by the weather in Chicago yet, I would bet. But you got to remember with this Bears team, it's been the team of miracles, really. Like the fourth quarter comebacks, they're a massive fourth quarter, second half team, but really the fourth quarter, 25 points to win that playoff game against the Packers. And can they do it again?
See,
can they keep that up?
What everyone forgets is that magical team, the team that always comes back in the fourth quarter, they're putting themselves in that spot for a reason.
Yes, exactly.
It's because they're really, they may be gutty and they may be intimidated at the end of the games, but they keep putting themselves in bad situations,
holes.
and eventually it's going to burn you.
The numbers say that it can't last forever.
And the Rams are a better team than the Packers.
They are.
And
and
and I don't think Chicago can put themselves in that position again. I will take the Rams. The Rams are favored in this game.
They are
3.5 points on the road. And I will take the Rams to end the magical season of the Bears, but I'm not 100% sure about that
which
one.
makes it the most intriguing
it makes
matchup.
it kind of interesting to me to see if Chicago can keep it going because they're an amazing story.
Well, I just hope, because the NFL playoffs were so good. They were so
First
good.
week was
Last
amazing.
week was just
Yeah.
incredible. Couple of clunkers, but even those were enjoyable to many native San Diegans like yourself, Ben. But it was such good football. So I hope that trend continues.
I do think that a Rams Seahawks NFC championship and a Patriots Bills AFC championship would both be elite divisional rivalry games. But Denver, New England would be classically entertaining as well.
Yeah, there's no real bad matchups here. So this is what happens.
All right, let's give away some Aztecs basketball tickets before we do anything else. We've got tickets for Saturday night's game, 5 o'clock tip-off at Viejas Arena against the New Mexico Lobos. And if you're the fourth caller right now at 833-288-0973, we'll give you a pair. You can get your own tickets by going to goaztecs.com. Aztecs going for their 7th win in a row. This would be a big one. New Mexico is right up there with the big dogs in the Mountain West. So important game Saturday night. You can win a pair of tickets at 833-288-0973. I will come back, wrap things up on a Throwback Thursday with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Okay, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Live from the 97.3 The Fan, Bill Howe Studios, Bill Howe Plumbing. We know how. Ben and Woods wrapping things up on a Thursday. I will be heading out to SDFC training to hear from Mikey Varas, Anders Dreyer, and Emmanuel Boateng. The team announcing this morning that they have reached an agreement on a new contract through this coming season with the club option through June 2027 with forward Emmanuel Boateng, who came in 15 matches last year and became an increasingly important figure with SDFC as the season rolled on, and he will remain with the club as well. So more consistency as they take season one into season two here, Woods, for SDFC.
When is the home opener, Benjamin?
The first game is the CONCACAF Champions Cup game against
the MLS home opener.
Not until February,
okay,
I believe. But they do have, I think actually all the games are in February. Let's see, I've got the schedule right here for you. Don't have the schedule right here for you. Thought I did. Montreal, Saturday, February 21st is the
home
first
opener.
regular season MLS home opener against CF Montreal.
That is on a Saturday.
Yes.
We will be leaving the following morning, the three of us, for Padres spring training. They will not have played one. They will not have played one spring training game. We will already have an SDFC result for the regular season under our belt as we head out to Peoria for spring training.
And remember, they were playing long after the Padres were done as well into early December, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so, that's a quick turnaround. We had a fun conversation with Mikey Varas earlier on the program today. All right, let's check traffic one last time. We'll miss it. Some of the Padres' top headlines and more to wrap things up next here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Usually around this time, things start to wind down, but not today. Northbound side of the 805 at Palm Avenue. Accident being cleared over to the right shoulder. Up ahead at Home Avenue. Collision over to the right shoulder. Southbound side of the 805 just past Balboa. Car fire over the right shoulder. Emergency crews got the 2 right lanes blocked. Also traveling on South 163, just past the 805, there is a collision over to the right shoulder. Looks like emergency crews got that right lane blocked. Northbound 125 near the King Freeway, accident in the clearing stage over the right shoulder. And heading north on the 5 coastline just before the racetrack, tow truck on scene of this crash. It's been moved over the right shoulder. New year, new goals. Start with your car at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. A fast oil change and essential maintenance checks help keep you moving into the new year. Check it off your list. Visit SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, ready when you are. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Another international signing for the Padres this morning. Francis Romero tweeting that the Padres have officially signed shortstop Timothy Mogan from Curacao for a $600,000 bonus. His Mogan is a particularly fast, a high IQ athlete with hitting ability. Picture of him standing along with his family. They just look so young.
Oh, man, when we were
16-year-olds that they sign internationally.
When we were out there this week and some of the young kids are coming through. I mean, we're talking green, wet behind the ears. Like, now, the juxtaposition between the old fantasy camp guys and the young, up and comers for the San Diego Padres is pretty staggering. But yeah, man, they're like little dudes, like they're little men out there running around the Peoria Sports Complex right now. And these guys getting signed and will be probably when will they head out and
they'll probably go to the Dominican facility first to start there for at least because they have English language classes and continuing education at their facility in the Dominican Republic. And then the guys who do well will eventually make their way to the United States in the minor league system. Francis Romero also reporting the Padres have signed Cuban right-handed pitcher Jordan Perez for $300,000. Right now, fastball 88 to 91 with a plus slider, strike throwing machine.
Good.
And that comes after the news earlier this morning that the Padres spent over $1 million on another Cuban shortstop center fielder who's considered one of, if not the best, Cuban prospect in baseball this offseason.
Who is the number one? Who went overall in the international?
I mean, it's not a draft,
but
it's
there's
just
a ranking.
Like the Cardinals signed a Dominican outfielder for $2.3 million this morning. Cincinnati Reds signed a Dominican outfielder for $3 million. So, you have your bonus pool, and you can decide whether you throw most of it at one player. The Padres did that a couple of times with Ethan Salas and Leodalis DeVries. They saved it all last year for Roki Sasaki and didn't get him. So then we're kind of filling in the gaps the rest of the year with guys who went unsigned. Seems like this year, based on these early signings, the Padres are going for a deeper class, but not the highest. Like the Giants signed shortstop Luis Hernandez from Venezuela, $5 million. He's maybe considered the number one kind of prospect
Luis
internationally.
Hernandez. He's 17 years old and signed for $5 million with the Giants.
The biggest signing this morning, that was Joniel Hernandez, was the shortstop for the Padres at $1.4 million.
The Athletics spent $4 million on a third baseman, Jonesy Colome.
I mean, every team will spend, hopefully, their entire international, if you're doing it right, you're spending your entire bonus pool eventually over the course of the year. Just the question is, do you do it all up front for a one or two guys, or do you kind of wait and do it piecemeal and get more guys? And that's a valid strategy because sometimes these big signings don't work out, and then you have nothing to fall back on. Maybe you sign 7 or 8 different players, and one or two of them hit, and you feel like, oh, that was a smart strategy. So
Wandy Oxygen, shortstop. I'm sure I butchered that name. 16 years old. The Mets signed him. He's ranked number 1 per Fangraphs. Did not get the most bonus pool money. That again went to Luis Hernandez from the Giants. But it was really interesting. I've mentioned it a few times, but getting a chance to talk to Logan White out there and have him do a speech for the fantasy campers. AJ Preller's former right-hand man, scout of the year, spent many years with the Dodgers, many years with the Padres. You're not going to find, Ben, like a more captivating. I'm so bummed you missed it. You would have loved it. Paulie,
it was so
good,
so cool.
And normally, you're in there, you're after a couple of games, your body's tightening up, and you're like, I just want to go quit asking questions. But every question that was asked, you're like, he's a great question, and he would answer it so honestly. And they talked about that class of Adrian Morehone and those guys, and he didn't mention this name, but I there was one guy in that class that widely regarded as, a guy that Padres threw a lot of money. That was Michel Baez. And that he's one of those guys that scouts will talk about, Ben, 100% across the board, cannot miss prospect. He will not miss. Now, he did make the big leagues. He made the big leagues, and that is a tremendous accomplishment. Everybody on the planet had that dude earmarked as the next great one, and it just didn't work out. So
it's not a total L because, like you said, he made it to the big leagues.
Of course.
That is a feather in your cap if you're a scout.
Yeah, 100%.
You aren't just quite looking for guys to make it to the big leagues. That's how you keep your job.
Right.
But getting guys that can get to the big league and perform and stick around,
exactly.
That's how you get real job security.
That's exactly right. And it just goes to show you, man, like, can't get too high about these moves, can't get too low about these moves either. Quantity may be the best way to use your international draft pool money.
Michel Baez had an 8 ERA for the Conspiradores de Querétaro in the Mexican League last year.
It's just is insane, man. He was injured. But again, across the board in baseball, like one of the elite can't miss prospects. And we had him, and it just didn't work out. And they spent a lot of money on him. Adrian Morehone was another guy that was in very, danger of going down
same path.
And look at him now.
Figured it out.
The best left-handed reliever in baseball.
He's going to make
money well spent.
I mean, he has another good season. He's going to make a good, even as a relief pitcher, a good amount of money in free agency next year, unless Padres get an extension done between now and then. That'll be one of the interesting stories of the season. Padres do have those in-season early. Usually it happens like end of spring training, early in the season, like Jackson Merrill last year. That kind of came out of nowhere. Oh, I wasn't expecting a Jackson Merrill contract extension, but you do see those sometimes from the Padres. Adrian Morehone would be one of my bets if they do one of those
prime candidate
early in the year.
Prime candidate for an extension for Adrian Morehone. It is just electric. And I loved he did the that dinner on Monday night, Ben, the San Diego Sports Awards, and he won an award and had Ruben with him and gave, 90% of the credit to Ruben Niebla's unwavering confidence in him. So again, Ruben continuing to prove what an invaluable resource he is for the San Diego Padres.
Ruben's name came up a lot in the last week out at fantasy camp,
like
talking with alumni, talking with, it didn't matter, clubbies, trainers, whoever. Like his name always seems to come up. And I've never heard one negative thing, even close to negative thing said about him.
It does feel like someone has to have the final say. So Craig Stammen is the manager. But in many ways, it feels to me like Craig Stammen and Ruben Niebla are co-managers.
That always works well.
Of the San Diego Padres. But, I do think that they both have the personality. Like Craig Stammen's not going to be afraid to, delegate to Ruben. He's going to have a lot of responsibilities.
I think if you're Craig Stammen, you just, honestly, if it were me, if I was in Craig Stammen's role, you know what I would do to Ruben Niebla? Go, enjoy. Like, just report back. Let me know how it's going. That wouldn't be a pie that I needed to get my fingers in. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I'm leaving. This is your baby. So go do.
But I think the fun part for Craig Stammen is going to be like sitting down with Ruben every day.
100%.
And like, all right, let's talk about
it.
Let's talk about these arms. Let's talk about the pen. Let's get going. And I mean, those two guys together, I feel, could be unstoppable.
Could be great. And I talked to many people in the organization that continued to bring up with Craig Stammen the amount of respect that he has in the clubhouse. They just couldn't stop talking about it and a couple of these guys actually played with him And they said it's just so rare. It's so rare for the middle reliever to be able to command a room. So again, that gets me excited about the upcoming season. He's going to make his mistakes. There is no question about it. It's going to be a lot, very fast for him, but we'll see how it goes. Excited about the person that he is.
And now the Padres have another resource in the front office in Bud Black after the news yesterday that Bud Black joining as a senior advisor for baseball operations. That was kind of somewhat Mike Schilt's role before he became the manager. And we've seen other big league skippers, Scott Service, in the organization as well.
He's still here, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him in a while, but
AJ
probably
Ellis,
get a full list. Yeah, get good baseball people that AJ likes to surround himself with, and I think that's always the great sign of what AJ does. All right, that's it. We are done for a Thursday. We'll come back tomorrow on a Friday and wrap things up for the week. Just the second week of the year. It's already been a busy 2026. For Paul Reindl and Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Braden Frank coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, everybody. So long.